Pretty good.
Pretty good. What are we going over tonight? You got a video from me. What do we want to get out of this coaching session? What's the goal?
Um, to learn more about playing from behind and playing from ahead.
Nice. From behind. This will be good too. I don't think I've done a coaching session about this, but this is important to learn from.
Because it's a big problem with my games.
Uh-huh. And completely different mindset when you're here versus here. So some players have trouble, like they call it changing gears in poker, right? You got to play differently depending on the situation. You got to mix it up. Some people are like stuck in this mindset. You know, that's your bot lane. It's like, man, it was really, really close when we just lost that fight. I bet if we try again, it'll work out in our favor. No, you can't play like that again, right? Because now they have more gold and you have less gold. They're probably up in experience. You're down in experience. Gotta change gears and switch. So people don't really do that. Yeah, we can definitely do that. Just like in general, like what to do or specific things.
Cool. I don't know. It just seems like every time I get behind, I just don't know what to do, and I stay behind. And then when I get ahead, I'll throw my lead.
What to do?
So
how not to throw. Cool. Yeah, we can talk through that. Do you want to do it in the context of the game? Do you want to talk a little bit before and then watch the game to see? We can do either. Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. We can talk a little before.
All right, cool. So here, let's do this. Let's start with playing ahead. So let me ask you, and this will be, you know how I coach, right? This will be the conversation. Playing from ahead. What should you do? You're ahead, right? What do you want to do?
Take advantage of you being stronger than the enemy team.
Yes. Take advantage of you being stronger. So what should you do? How do you take advantage, you know? And here, we can have Ripkit up. If you want to like talk about the map, we can do that. You just talk in general.
Well, in the jungle, I'd say if you get ahead, you should probably gank more because you have more stats than them.
Yeah, there's a couple different.
Already unfair fight since you're ganking.
Let's do this. It depends, right? Depends on your role. Like if your team's ahead and you're a support, you know what should you do? Well, maybe that's like getting deep vision. You know, maybe that's roaming and making big picks. You know, because your AD carry is big enough to handle themselves under tower. If you're jungle, like you said, maybe you just invade the enemy jungle because they can't do anything to stop you, and then you're just like ganking everywhere, and the enemy jungler can't do shit. Or you're forcing dragons because you're 2 levels up and they can't outsmite you, something like that, right? If you're an AD carry, maybe it's you take your tower and then you group and take other towers. Same thing with mid. You take your tower, then you roam and spread your advantage around. Top, you know, you take your tower, then you look to make teleport plays or something. So it definitely depends, but I like your idea. You want to spread your advantage around is like probably the short story. And you do that by, you know, taking it to the enemy team and taking their stuff. Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
I mean, it seems obvious, right? So when we watch the actual game, we can talk about what you should do in different situations. Like if you have good ARAM champs, like if you have stuff with really good wave clear, really good poke on your team, what's a really good way to force your advantage?
Just poke them out.
Poke them out.
They can't really fight.
Sure, but where? In the jungle, around Baron, top corner of the map, bottom corner of the map. What are we thinking? Double proxy in their base.
Mid.
Yeah, mid. I complain about it in my games, but sometimes, like when you're ahead, what you want to do is do the ARAM mid. So what happens if everybody gets pulled mid? Dude, let's say you know you do the bronze ARAM mid, which always happens around 10-20 minutes, where everyone just goes mid, and then they just fight, and it's kind of like this goofy standoff, and it happens for 10-20 minutes or whatever. So what's happening when everyone's clumped up here?
You're just trying to team fight, pretty much.
Just trying to team fight. So here, think about it this way: there are minions coming into this lane, right? Who's getting the golden experience from those minions?
If you're trying to show me something, I think the screen
share died. Oh, gross. Here, let me try to fix it.
I can see it, but it's just stuck on one frame.
That's dumb. Might be a bandwidth thing.
I could try to refresh. I don't know if it'll do anything with the
Here, I just reshared. Did that fix it?
Doesn't seem like it. I'm gonna try refreshing. I don't know if it'll end the call.
Okay, try it. Looks like it ended the call. You back?
Okay. It's moving now, so.
Good. Okay, we'll just try that again. And I have really loud metal on, so every time we do that, like everyone in the stream will just get blasted by that. So that's good. All right, so you can see Ripkit here?
No, I see your. Oh no, yeah, I see it.
All right, cool. So what I'm trying to say is that there's minions coming down the mid lane every 30 seconds, right?
Yeah.
There's golden experience tied to that mid lane. Who gets the gold, by the way?
Whoever last hits it.
Sure. There's 5 people, right? So they're all kind of sharing that gold. You're probably not just giving it to the AD carry. It's probably whoever has the most wave clear. So maybe like it's not going to one person. Like think about it that way. It's being diluted across everybody. So nobody on their team is really getting any stronger substantially. And like you're getting the same thing on your team, right? What about experience? What's happening to experience? That's another resource that people like tend to ignore. But if you have 5 people in lane, what's happening to it?
It's evenly divided up between everybody.
It is evenly divided, but you actually get a lot less of it. There's diminishing returns on it. Like the way the game's set up, if there's one person by the stuff that gives experience when it dies, they get 100% of the experience. If there's 2 people, they each get 66 and 66, right? 3 people, I think it's like 30 something. Here, well, let's look. I don't want to tell you the wrong thing. It doesn't really matter. The point is, if there are more than 2 people near something, you're wasting the experience. Here, I'm trying to see where it is here. So right now, if you get 5 champions, each gain 26% of the experience. Okay, so it's not that bad. Like if it was evenly divided, everyone would be getting 20%. So you're getting an extra 6% clumping up, right? Yeah. But it's not great. So let me ask you again: if your team is ahead, like let's say you're the orange team, and their team is behind, why would grouping mid with your ARAM champs be really good? Maybe you have a Sona support or something, or a Janna. If you have like a Lux or a Nid,
you can just sustain and poke, and you'll be getting the same resources as them.
Yeah. So what'll happen if you're ahead and they're behind, and they're not getting very many resources? Like, are they ever going to catch up?
And you'll stay ahead.
You're going to stay ahead, exactly, and they're going to stay behind. So forcing your advantage, if you have those champs that can siege and actually do stuff, like if you have like a Vayne AD carry and like a Katarina mid, you don't have the greatest wave clear, so it's going to be hard to poke down towers. So maybe this situation isn't the greatest. Maybe in that situation you force fights around Dragon or Baron so you don't have to tower dive, right? And then you can just fight them like in the jungle and murder them all when they're in a choke point. But if you have like those poke champions, those long range ARAM champions, maybe like a Caitlyn AD carry with really long range and traps to control the lane, again, those sustained supports with poke and stuff, like do the mid ARAM because it's forcing these guys to stay behind. Now, let's say you're the blue team and you're behind. Do you want to do this?
No.
No. What should you do?
You want to get as much gold and as experience as possible, so you want people getting like solo.
Yeah. So should you be clumped up here?
No, you should have everyone farming on their own.
Yeah.
And then some people defending.
So ideally, you have your tank top or whoever with teleport hard shoving top, getting that golden experience. Because if these guys are clumped up, they're only getting 26% of the experience. Gold is probably split 5 ways. If he's up here, he's getting 100% of the gold experience. He's catching back up. If you have someone else who teleport, take him bot. If your mid laner is something with really good wave clear, like let's say it's an Anivia or something, they wouldn't be standing here. They'd be standing like here, right? Maybe your support is here to stop a dive from happening. Maybe you're on chickens and you're just hovering around mid if you're the jungler, and then AD carry is bot, just farming and again getting strong because 100% experience, 100% experience. If they can hold their own here, this is fine. If they can't, then you need a little bit extra help. But you still probably want somebody splitting to get that stuff. Jungle probably wants to be rotating between these camps, but always in position to like jump over a wall or flash over a wall and be ready to help if they dive. But this team wants to stop this from happening. And how do you do that? You have to create pressure in the other lane so that someone has to go deal with that pressure. And then when that happens, you have a brief, reprieve, I guess is the word I'm looking for, to go grab experience and farm and try to catch up. Because if you guys just stay here, like we talked about, they're ahead, you're behind, that's going to just stay that way if you lock into this. That's why most of these games are really painful, because somebody will get an early lead, then the mid ARAM just always happens, regardless if it's a good idea or a bad idea. And then whatever team's ahead just slowly wins because the other team has no hope of catching up.
Okay.
So again, going back to your question, what to do when you're ahead or behind, it definitely depends on your champ pool. Like if you have really good wave clear, really good poke, you're looking to like just do the mid ARAM if you're ahead. If you don't, you're looking to force objectives, probably here, or just force fights. Maybe like 80 carry shows bot. Just pick a fight. Yes, you
Yeah, so
probably
like,
win, right?
if you're ahead and you want to fight but they don't, just force one by doing an objective.
Yeah, like if there's an infernal dragon and you're ahead and they're behind,
Just start taking it.
just start taking it. Well, what are they gonna do? Right, you're ahead. Like you should be able to take this. Now, if you're ahead at like level 3, it's a little bit different than if you're ahead at like level 12, right? That dragon will hurt a little bit more. So,
Yeah.
so use your brain still. But yeah, you're trying to force them into a situation they don't want to do because you're ahead. And if you do that, you'll win. 80% chance you'll come out ahead, right? You take that bet.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. So if you're behind, exact opposite. You don't want to do that. So what you need to do is also quickly do this. Quickly force advantage. That's another thing too, right? So let's say, that Shen or whoever top starts splitting top. What do you need to do with your ARAM team? Is it time to like farm wolves and chickens and just, let's make sure we have all the farm and do that? Like, what do you think?
Well, Shen can just TP in whenever.
Yeah, he can.
So he can probably farm off on his own and just join if they jump on us.
Yeah, so he can. He's on the team that's behind, so he's definitely going to do that. So what should you do as the team that's ahead with ARAM champs?
Try and send someone to stop him.
No, actually. Okay, so this is good. Why not? What happens if you send someone to stop him? What does he do?
Just leaves.
Yeah, just leaves, and then your team or his team will pick a fight 4v4, and then he'll ult in, and then they have a 5v4, right?
Yeah.
So he wants someone to come stop him. What does your team need to do instead if he's split pushing with ult? And that works for Nocturnes, Twisted Fates, Pantheons, anybody with global ults, right?
Yeah.
Well, what should he do? It's don't send somebody to stop him.
If you force a fight, he'll just come in anyways.
Cool. Do you want that?
Maybe.
So what we just talked about, right? You're ahead.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Do you want this guy to split and get strong?
No, you want him to be there with delayed XP.
Exactly. So what do you need to do? You see him splitting up there. Shen has ult. Your top laner's like, oh boy, can't wait to go up there and stop him. I don't have teleport because I'm taking Ignite and I'm like a Quinn or something. Like what should you do instead?
Force a fight.
Force a fight.
Bait his ult.
Yeah, force a fight and bait his ult. Just do it. Make him ult. And then if he doesn't ult, what happens?
Then you win the fight.
Then you have a 5v4 and you win the fight, and then what do?
Then you take towers and objectives.
Yeah, take all the things. Can you guys, as 5, probably 3 or 2 after the team fight, split faster than a Shen?
Probably.
Probably, right? So do that, and then his team will be raging at him for not using his ult or whatever. Let's say you force the fight and then he ults in. Good or bad?
Good.
Why?
Because then he's not up there anymore.
Yeah, because then he's not up there. He's not creating pressure, and then he's mid. What's he doing mid?
He just
Nothing.
Stays there.
Nothing. He's doing jack shit. You've now stopped them from getting that comeback experience, right?
Yeah.
So really, really good. What you want to do is very quickly force a fight with your advantage. So if you guys all have ults up and you like have really strong level 6 fighting, like everybody has like really big team fighting ults, you just want to force team fights and then take a thing. Then reset, wait for your ults to be back up, do it again. And just do that over and over and over again. No downtime. Anytime everybody's ults are up, you're fighting because you're ahead.
Okay.
And you don't want to give them time to breathe and relax and come back into it. Right now, do you know how jungle experience works?
No, I don't. I know they made it less, though.
Less and more. It actually depends. Like a lot of the challenger jungle mains are complaining about it because like if you're a really good jungler, you generally have about a 55% win rate because of the way the jungle experience works right now. Let's say you're 2 levels behind everybody else because you're behind. Like we said, your team has the advantage in Apples. Their team doesn't.
Okay.
What happens if their jungler farms a camp and the camp is 2 levels above them?
You get more.
You do. Do you know how much more?
No.
Here, let me show you. Let's say Talisman Lol Wiki. I'm trying to remember what the item name is. There it is. I think it's Talisman. Nope, that's not it. What's the one? Hunter's Talisman.
Hunter's Talisman.
Thank you. So this thing's going to yell at me for using ad block, probably. No, show me this text, please. All right, there it is. All right, so right here, 50% bonus experience upon killing a large monster, 30 bonus experience on each monster kill for each level higher the monster is than you.
Oh.
So let's say you get completely shit on it in the jungle, and you're like level 3, enemy jungler's like level 5, level 6. Are you done? Are you out? Is it GG?
No, you can just farm.
Yeah, do the chickens once. You're now the same level as them.
Okay.
You know, because each one of those, like if the average, and the jungle camps span like their level with the average level of all the champions in the game. So if you're like level 3, everyone else is like level 6, you know, the chickens might show up at like level 5 or something, right? Well, there's 6 of them. That means each one of those is going to give you, the big one always just gives 50, I believe. But the little ones will give you, because they're 2 levels above, the regular experience, and then 30 for one level, 30 for another level. You know, you catch up quickly is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So if you're behind and you're jungling, the chickens camp, the raptors, I call them chickens. Some people call them ravens, you know. Some people still call them wraiths. But that camp is the most important camp for getting back in the game. You just need to, like, take that camp.
What about Krugs? Doesn't that give more?
No, actually.
There's more of them?
So you would think so, but the 2 big Krugs that start, they actually will have the higher level. But here, pay attention to your next game. When you kill them, the Krugs that break off, those little guys are all level 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Did they make that because of the level 3 thing?
Yep.
With, like, Leathens and stuff?
Yeah, because you used to be able to do red and then Krugs, and you're level 3.
Level 3, yeah.
And then they changed it, and then you could take 1 experience quint and still do it, and then they changed it again, and it's like, fuck you, right? I just want to do this cheesy clear, and
Yeah,
level 3 gig bot at like 1 minute.
Ago.
So,
yeah.
So something like that. Hey, what's up, Isor? Good to see you. Sorry, I'm ignoring chat because Nopples and I are having a good discussion. So again, like, when you're ahead, you don't want to dilly-dally. You don't want to take your time. You want to quickly force a fight, and you want to stop the enemy team from getting resources because the comeback mechanics, this extra experience, like junglers can catch up quickly. When you're behind, it takes less experience to level up than when you're ahead. If you stall the game out long enough, how many item slots do you have, right? Simple question.
6.
6, right? When you're at 6 items, can you buy more items?
No.
No, you're out of item slots, right? So eventually, if you can stall the game out, they will come back and be just as strong as you. So you don't want to let them do that. And when we watch your game in a second, we can look for these things and be like, okay, what should you be doing instead of what you're doing right now? And then you'll be like, oh, I should clearly be, you know, forcing a fight here because our comp does this, their comp does that. This is where they're weaker. This is where we're stronger. It makes sense. Or if you're behind,
like,
same kind of thing, right?
As you'll see in the video, like, when at the beginning we're doing really well, like, it's all going great, and then they start coming back, and I'm like, wait, what's going on?
And it's probably because you guys are taking too long. You know, you're playing with your food instead of just eating it, right?
Yeah, like, we ended up winning anyways, but I was starting to get really nervous.
Yep. No. And again, solo queue, like I'm watching my games, like I'm rewatching them, I'm looking at the stats from Tryharder that I'm providing, and like I'm not playing a good player. So if we get an early advantage, we need to end as quickly as possible because we're going to throw. I think last night I threw a few times because I was getting tired at the end of like a 12-hour stream. So like even me, who I think I'm pretty good, you know, because I got Dunning-Kruger or whatever, and think I'm the best when I'm probably not. But even people that are somewhat here, let's say I'm average and somewhat competent, you know, can still throw, right? Okay. So just end the game as quickly as possible so there's no chance of throwing because everybody makes mistakes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And so that's the thing everybody needs to work on. All right. What else? So how not to throw as quickly as possible, force your advantage. It's pretty good. What to do, force your advantage. And we can talk about different team comps and stuff, how to do it, how to force different kinds of advantages. You ready to watch your game? Does this kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Another thing here. Wait. One more thing. Sorry, I'm thinking in my head what we want to do. So let me ask you this. How do you know you're ahead, behind?
Usually, like, kills and CS is a good indicator.
Actually, yeah, you want to make sure that the combination of those. Why the combination? Why not just kills?
Because a certain amount of CS will equal the gold of a kill.
Yeah, like I had a
I think it's like
Katarina
16 or
on the
something.
enemy team last game that had like was like 5-0 early, and I was like, oh no, this is gonna be horrible. But then it got to like 25 minutes, and she had 80 CS.
Yikes.
Yeah, enemy Katarina, so it was great. Our mid laner, who was like 0-3 or something because Katarina roamed and got a couple kills on us, had
Yeah.
like 200 CS. We were
Yeah.
actually ahead. Now, 0-3 mid laner, sure, doesn't look like you're ahead from the scoreboard, but she had more items than Katarina.
Yeah.
So it was doing more damage. And, we were playing a little bit smarter. We were waiting for the Katarina to be like, I'm 5-0. I can do whatever I want with my 80 CS, and she would just tower dive and then we'd kill her. And it was funny. And then we got shutdown gold. It was great. So I would look at kills and CS, but ultimately, if you want to be more efficient about it, hit tab and look at something else. What should you be looking at?
Items.
Items. What else is more important than gold and CS? Like the gold and CS is good because it gives you gold and it lets you buy items.
Because you can hold on to gold and not buy anything with it. And you'll
Yes.
have gold, but not any stats.
Good. Good. Like yeah, like there have been games where like my team won't let me buy, and I just back and I have like 4,000 gold. I'm like, okay, just time to buy Triforce. Time to buy my Infinity Edge on a Moo so my headbutts crit. But you want to look at that too. So items more important than kills and CS. What else? Items and one other thing is super important. Not kills or CS. I'll give you a hint.
I don't know.
What did we talk about why the mid ARAM is good if you're ahead, bad if you're behind? What were the two things? Gold is one, right?
XP level.
XP level, exactly. And so you don't really give a shit about experience, but you give a shit about what level. Why what level?
Like power spikes at 6 and stuff, I guess.
Sure, but here, let's say gold kills, and that's important for items. Sorry, I'm trying to keep track
XP
of this.
gives you stats just like items do.
Not XP, but levels.
Yeah.
Give you stats. There are some champions like Singed. He doesn't give a shit about items. He gives a shit about levels. He gets so much stats out of just leveling up.
Wait, really?
Yeah. That's why like the suicide Singed strategy kind of works. Because eventually, like it doesn't matter if he's 0-10. He needs very cheap items to be effective. And, he's just doing so much work with so little just because he has experience. Now, if you can get the gold too, sure, easier to snowball, but different champions, different things. So if that Katarina actually had, good farm and the kills, she'd have way more items. If she was farming well, you can farm poorly and still get the experience, but she was trying to roam a lot. And so because of that, she fell behind in levels. We weren't really scared of her. It got to a point where we caught up. So really what you want to look at to see if you're ahead or behind is what items do people have? Because you could have like a ton of kills, a ton of gold, and you could be like buying Death Cap first item as an AP mid, and you're setting yourself behind because you're dumb and don't know the proper build order. You don't know that Death Cap is a 4th item because you need extra AP for that passive to actually be worth the gold you're spending on it. Or you could be like an 80 carry into like a Soraka healing situation and not buying an Executioner's Calling, so you're actually gimping your damage, even though like your stats at the end game are like, wow, I did so much damage. Man, my team really sucks. So if you're not using that gold efficiently to buy the right items for the situation, like you're not as ahead as you think you are, if that makes sense. So kills and CS can lie to you if you're dumb and don't buy items, or like you said, if you don't buy items at all because you haven't had time to base.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so look at this, and then look at levels too, right? Like if I'm in the jungle and I'm jungling and I'm like level 11 and the enemy jungler's level 8, what objective should we probably be forcing, and why?
Dragon and Baron, because Smite does more damage.
Yeah.
When you're a higher level.
Yeah. So
that's one thing I keep in mind all the time. Like every time we're going for an objective, I check their level.
Good.
And if I'm a higher level, I say we should definitely do this.
Yeah, so every time you level up, Smite goes up like 40, 50 damage, right?
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah, it's something. Now, in League of Legends, every ability can do, like 1,000 damage eventually.
Yeah.
So still, it's not perfect, but you probably have like a 60-40 or a 70-30% chance of taking the objective.
You have an advantage, definitely.
Yeah, and then the enemy jungler is also weaker, so it's a little bit riskier for them to jump in because you'll just kill them if your team's smart. versus if whatever, and they have a smaller window to jump in and steal.
Yeah.
They can still pull it off, but again, it's less risky for you, more risky for them. So yeah, definitely good to look at shit like that, right? All right, you want to actually watch a game? I think this is good because first of all, you have to recognize if you're ahead or behind, and then once you recognize if you're ahead or behind, you have to do the right thing if you're ahead or behind to take advantage or try to not take the disadvantage. Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
And I'm talking a lot, so you know how this works. Interrupt me if you got questions, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Well, here, hold on. I have a screenshot to show you.
Show me. Can you just throw it in Twitch? You're a mod. You should be able to.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank you.
It is the gold graph from the game.
Beautiful. Yeah, I wish you could share the match history link. Yeah. So were you guys blue?
I think so. No, I think we were red. Or I don't remember, but it just fluctuates a lot, clearly.
Sure. So red team ahead, throw. Blue team.
Yeah, I think we were blue because we
throw.
And we were ahead at the
throw. Yeah, I'm assuming you're blue. Big throw. This is like a Baron or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but definitely. And this fluctuation, usually if it's within like 4K gold, like realistically, that's one item spread across the team. And sometimes like the gold will be like on one person, like you'll have that 20-0 mid laner, and if you just kill them, nobody else has the gold. So there are situations where you can actually still win even when you're this far behind, just because all the gold is on one person. You kill that one person, everyone else on their team is pretty much dead weight. So this is nice to know.
It was one of the most interesting games I've had in a while. Like usually they're a stomp, but this one was just back and forth, and that really found the gold interesting.
All right, cool. You ready to actually watch?
Yeah.
Hold on, I actually want to see the
it's the replay.gg version, like I told you, just because I wasn't ready to record.
Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I can see the team comp here, so that actually works. Do you mind if I share the video with the stream?
No, I don't mind.
All right, I will do that. And we probably want to synchronize timestamps on YouTube, just because this is going to start lagging on the screen share for you, because I'm broadcasting a TV show on like shitty internet to you, who's receiving it on probably the same shitty internet. So I'm watching on double speed, and I'm just gonna. I have it paused at 5 seconds into the video. So let me know when you're there.
All right, I'm good. Whenever you are.
All right. First of all, I want to talk through team comps. So tell me about theirs. It looks like you got a Yorick top, Xin Zhao jungle, Echo mid, bot lane is Sona and Lucian, right?
Yes.
What do they want to do?
Well, like I expected, Yorick split pushed a lot.
Yep.
And then they pretty much just stalled mid.
Yeah, Echo has really good wave clear. If he gets like max CDR and a couple mana items, he throws 2 like time winders his Q, and that just wave clears, right?
Yeah.
It's on like a 3-second cooldown or something.
So
yep.
It was rough.
Zen probably not helping with wave clear mid, but if you die, he just kills you, right? So a little tricky.
And I think he was pushing a little too.
Yep. So they were trying to do like a 1-3-1 kind of thing. That makes sense to me. This guy really good duelist. Yorick kind of unstoppable if you let him build his army that slowly marches.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yep. Okay, so cool. That makes sense. And then you got kind of the ARAM champs mid. And Lucian always has his call as an emergency wave clear or something like that. Does Echo have teleport or exhaust? It looks like exhaust. We'll see in a second. Or
and
barrier or something.
Something I want you to notice is Shen has ignite.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of strange.
So he has his ult, but he doesn't have teleport, so he can
and he's versus Yorick, which is definitely questionable.
Ignite can work though, because Yorick has a lot of healing in his kit, like that stupid shovel heals. So maybe Ignite works if Shin is going to kill him, but usually Shin's not known for their kill pressure, so we'll see.
Not.
Guy might be a god, might not. We're not sure. And Zen has a lot of healing, so maybe the Ignite's for that. Echo heals when his ult is up, so maybe the Ignite's for that. Sona healing in her kit. Lucian gonna rush Blade of the Ruined King. The healing item has heal. Maybe the Ignite makes sense. I don't know.
Maybe. But our mid laner already has it.
But mid laner already has it. So yeah, I'm right there with you. You could also buy that Executioner's Calling. Your AD carry can buy it. So you got options. All right. Well, what does your team want to do? And ignore the enemy team for now.
Probably team fight.
Probably team
because
fight.
you've got Soraka and Graves and Zaya. I don't know. Zaya seems pretty good at team fighting with her ult.
Yeah, she has a lot of AoE, but she's going to kill people a little bit slower than other AD carries. Like you want a team fight
Yeah.
because you have a lot of area of effect damage, and your autos just do a bunch of damage. They don't.
LeBlanc can probably snipe someone and then get out real quick.
Yeah, squishy, squishy. Echo's squishy until he gets a few items. Zen is going to be a little bit squishy. You're tanky, but if he's split pushing, he won't be there.
Yeah.
So you guys are squishy too, but they don't really have a lot of like quick bursts to murder you. Like there's nothing like an Annie that's just gonna one shot you if you walk past the wrong bush, right? Like Zin's gonna kill you slowly. Echo's gonna
Yeah.
kill you slowly. It'll be annoying. You'll definitely die. You won't get away from it. It'll kill you slowly, right? So Soraka should be able to let you sustain through that if she positions well. They are squishy, so LeBlanc can burst. While that's going on and the team fight is lasting forever, she's getting all her AoE off. You're getting all your AoE off. Shen can teleport in and save the day if someone's about to get like destroyed by one of these guys diving too far. Can Yorick interrupt his ult?
Yeah. Or well, if he uses his little cage thing, he can bump you.
I think if he uses it perfectly, but
I accidentally brought Courage on Yorick once, and I discovered you can actually proc it with your W. I think it is.
Okay, yeah, whatever your little like undead ring is. I don't understand what that is. It's like a corpse donut or something that he summons.
I guess it's strange. He's a strange guy.
Yeah, he's a weird dude. I don't know. I dig it though. But yeah, so Shen has to be a little bit careful that he doesn't, save that little wrestling ring thing for him, the corpse kiddie pool. I don't know what the hell it is.
It's got a pretty long cooldown though. I think it's like 17 seconds.
Yeah, so if he baits it out, it's fine. Or if he just backs up, so he's out of Yorick's range, he can always ult it and save somebody. So something like that, sure. Not your side chick is saying, I don't know, man, that Lichbane Luden Sona is pretty scary. Sure, she might be able to burst you down, but at the same time,
really
like Fed LeBlanc and Fed Graves are pretty scary too. And with the Shen ult and with the Soraka heal, so yeah. So I like what you're saying. I like the team comp. Do you have pretty good ARAM champs?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, what's your wave clear?
We got Soraka.
Yeah, Soraka
We've got pretty good wave clear. My Q can pretty much one-shot the wave.
Yeah, Zaya can like throw feathers through things, so you hit multiple things of that. LeBlanc, not the greatest wave clear, but can definitely make picks and catch people out. Soraka can follow up with silence. You push all the buttons on your keyboard if it's a squishy. So you have good poke, you have good damage, and you have good sustain. And then Shen's like your panic button. He can just fly in with his ult and save the day. What about them? Do they have good ARAM champs?
I mean, they've got sustain with Sona and Lucian has pretty good wave clear. Same with Echo.
Yeah, good wave clear, good poke, good sustain.
But
so
Xin Zhao is like, I don't know, he's not that good for team fighting. He's definitely really good at 1v1ing.
Yeah, so I think what they want to do is probably like a 1-3-1. And what you guys want to do?
Doing that at one point.
Yeah, you guys want to do like a 1-4. So if you're ahead, what should you do? We just kind of talked about this, right?
Force the 4v3 fight.
Yep. If they're ahead, what do they want to do?
Just split push and stall.
Yeah, because if they're ahead, who can deal with Zen probably?
If they're ahead or if we're ahead?
If they're ahead. Like if Zen's team is ahead.
No one can deal with Zen, I don't think. If he's ahead.
I would probably send LeBlanc for him, actually.
Yeah.
Can you think about why?
She can probably burst him down or like go in, get out, and then just chunk him down pretty much.
Yeah, it's more that he should never be able to kill her because she can kite him, right? She jumps in, bursts him, she can play mind games with him. If he actually blows his gap closer, she can just dash, and she can always throw a chain on him, and she can use her ult to blow another chain. Just chains, So, and since he has to walk...
Chain CC.
Get it? We're hilarious in apples. But because of that, like, he should never be able to get her. Now, if he's fed to the point where he's, like, two-shotting her, like, 2 autos dead, sure, but that's also her fault for getting in range for him to double auto, right?
Yeah.
But because Dash is for ages, she could probably deal with him. So if he's ahead, like, he's pulling her away. What about Zaya? Can she get away from him?
I mean, she can snare him then after that, so maybe.
I mean, she has ult, sure, but I think he just murders her. What about Soraka? Like, is she gonna be able to get away from him? She's dead. She's dead. What about you? He's ahead. He's up like 2 levels, 2 kills.
I'll probably die.
Probably die unless Shen ults or something, but probably the 1v1 you're not good. So I think LeBlanc is the one. What happens if you send Shen?
After Xin,
Yeah.
I could see him killing him, especially with Ignite.
He might be able to just because of the way that stupid ability that stops auto attacks from doing
Yeah, that's
damage
what I was
works.
gonna mention. Is if he times it right to get rid of the knockup and all that, and the lifesteal.
Yeah, it could
He
work.
might be able to pull it off,
And
but
Shen can stay
probably
alive forever, but still,
Yeah.
if this guy is fed and Shen is not,
questionable.
like I don't think he's ever going to be able to kill Zen, and Zen has lifesteal, right? So it's just going to be maybe a push, depending on how far ahead Zen is. Zen wins. And
Yeah.
what happens to Yorick if you send Shen? Like, who can deal with him?
If Yorick's ahead,
Yeah. Well, their
Then-
team's ahead, right? Yorick's split pushing. If you
so
send
all
Shen,
of them. Well, I don't know. Yorick's really scary ahead. Like I've had Yorick's 1v3 and win
sure.
just because of his ult.
I think everybody on your team can actually deal with Yorick if he's ahead, just because he doesn't really have a gap closer like Zen does, so you can just kite him.
Yeah, but he has slows.
But he has slows. He has to land it, though. I mean, you can dodge it.
Yeah.
LeBlanc can dash away. You can dash away. These two can dash out of his ult. Soraka can slow him with her Q. Xayah can run away, and can throw feathers at him from afar and like AoE stuff on all of your team pretty much, so you can murder his little army pretty quickly. But
Yeah.
I think it's fine. But pretty much what'll happen is if they get ahead, you'll have to decide who deals with this 1-3-1. This is if they're playing their comp perfectly. Probably what'll happen is they'll ARAM mid and Yorick will be split pushing with Shen. And if that
Yeah.
happens, I think you guys win because you have the better ARAM comp. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So something like that. Here, look at Not Your Side Chick in chat. He's saying Zen Skirmish honestly is like a pick comp. Jump on someone, then ulti everyone else away. Dashes for ages. Shen stalls for ages, and after Zen gets pissed off that he can't kill Shen, he just walks away. I could see that. So he's saying kind of the same thing. It's like a push. Zen doesn't really accomplish anything if they're even. If he's really ahead, though, maybe he beats Shen. Not sure. So you got options. You can send Shen to deal with this guy, probably LeBlanc to deal with this guy. Just because she's pretty safe. She doesn't really do anything for the weight. AV clear and ARAM. You don't really need her mid. So you can probably do that to catch up. And then she's getting solo experience and solo gold too, right?
Yeah.
All right, kind of makes sense.
Yeah, one thing to keep in mind for this game is I rarely play carry champs. I'm learning Graves right now because I like him a lot.
Yeah,
and
sure. He's
A
really
lot of
strong
people are
right now.
saying he's the best jungler in the game currently.
He is. He's busted. Really
Yeah.
easy to play, really strong, and then like if you get really good at him mechanically, like have I showed you the
I've
training
seen-
video for his combos?
No, I want my cigar though.
Oh, good. Yeah, Cigar knows what he's doing.
Yeah. They're giving the cigar back.
Do this. Lol King has a really good thing. Where is it? This one. Yeah, I'll throw this in Twitch chat if you're in there. But
Yeah.
practice these if you're learning Graves. Really, really good. Also, his cigar's
Yeah.
coming back right when they nerf him. So,
Yikes.
but this
That's a tilter.
it's a pretty short video, and it goes through like the new practice tool, which is amazing. You guys should use it if you're playing mechanically intensive champions. It teaches you how to do a bunch of like animation canceling stuff.
Yeah, I play Lee on the practice tool just to practice
Yeah, do your
combos.
stuff, but it just shows you all the goofy things you can do. And because you can turn
Okay.
cooldowns to infinite, you can just practice pretty much every few seconds, right?
Yeah.
It shows you like exactly where to stand to do goofy things.
But yeah, I usually don't play carry champs, and I usually play tanks. Like I play a lot of Zac.
Mhm.
So when I play carry champs, I don't know. Like I get nervous because I don't really know my limitations. Like I don't
Sure.
want to just dash in and die, but I also don't want to do no damage.
So what I would recommend for that, like here, Not Your Side Chicks in chat, we had an actual coaching session where I watched him play Jax, and like he just wasn't using his ult. And there were times where I'm like, "Oh, you can kill him. Why aren't you killing him?" He's like, "What do you mean?" The way you get around that is just play some normal games. Play like 10 games on Graves and normals where you're Graves jungle, and just
Okay.
every time your ult's up, go try to 1v1 somebody. If you
Alright.
don't know if you can beat him, go find out, right?
Yeah.
And the reason for that is if you don't know what your limitations are, like you're gonna be missing opportunities, right?
Yeah, that's the problem. Is I don't know what I'm capable of. like on Zach, I know if I can jump in and if I'll die or not.
Yeah, sure.
But on Squishier Champs, I mean, Graves is kind of a bruiser
Yeah,
because he gets
but
his
Graves with
armor
like
from his
life
dash and
steal and
stuff.
stuff, like he doesn't die easily. Like I was playing a game, I think last night, where I was Heckram into a Graves, and I like found him, and then we were both like level 3, both had doubled up. I'm like, oh boy, I'm gonna jump into him, and I jumped into him, burst him down, and then he autoed me and just chased me, and I'm Heckram with movement speed quints, and I can't get away from this idiot champion, and he's just
Yeah.
life stealing back up all the damage I did to him as he chases me. It was the stupidest thing. So, like, again, go to normals, pick fights, figure out what your limitations are. If you die, if your team makes fun of you, it's a video game. It doesn't matter. Just do it. Like if
Yeah.
you don't care about your rank, do it in ranked. You'll get more serious games. You'll get people actually trying. Because sometimes in
Yeah,
normals, you have other people learning champs too, right?
this video is a ranked game and I was learning him,
Yeah,
but I
that's
did
fine.
pretty well. I just didn't know what to do with my lead is pretty much what happened.
Sure. And we're going to watch, I promise. But I'm just saying, like, got to know what your limitations are. Otherwise, you'll be missing opportunities. So here, like, if I see stuff that's like, oh, you could probably kill him there, right? You know,
Yeah.
maybe that's something you work on. And if you go to that video I just showed, the combos, what's great is the little Teemo practice dummies keep track of the damage you do to them, right? So
Yeah.
you can look and see, like, oh, this combo does, 1,500 damage with these items. And you store that away in your head. And then if you look at the enemy team and you're like, oh, you have 1,400 health, then you know what to do, right?
Yeah.
So that's something that, like, tanks, you figure you're never going to kill someone in like a big burst. So it's like, oh, you have 200 health, I can get you. It's a little easier, right? You don't have to do that mental math. But on carry champions, part of the problem is you actually have to know your damage. Know when you have like
that's what I have to
lethal.
struggle with until I play a champ a lot.
Yeah, so you can do it a couple ways. You can just spam games and screw up a whole bunch until you finally like learn what you can and can't
Learn
do.
from mistakes and stuff.
Or you can just go to the practice tool and figure it out in like an hour.
Okay.
And if you're bad at memorizing things like me, just get like here, I got a little sticky note that I have.
Still have my summoner spell cooldown sticky note.
Oh yeah, I tried to show you,
first coaching session.
But yeah, that's what I have. I just have it on my wall here. The green screen is making it so you can't see it, but
Is it a green post-it note?
It's a green post-it note. But
mine's yellow.
But like you can do the same thing with your damage, right? You can be like level 6 full combo, X amount of damage, or level 6 full combo with my first item that I always buy on Graves. Here's the damage, right? And then eventually you'll find out, like as you play the game, oh, I'm really fed. I'm up an item. I can just do whatever I want, and they're gonna die, or I'm really far behind. I don't even want to fight.
Yeah.
Or they're ahead. I don't know because they have an extra armor item what my combo is. I want to play a little safer, something like that, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
And here, not your side chick is saying, that was fun. First game I had of that. I lost 3 kills to an Echo in first 2 towers, then came back to hard carry and an S-. There we go. And now he's saying he's hard carrying because he knows where his limitations are. So if you're learning, do that. Spam normal games. Practice in the practice tool. Write down on your sticky note that, hey, here's what my combos do. Learn your combos, Graves has a bunch of animation canceling stuff, so like if you get good at that, you'll be able to burst people down a little bit faster, less time to react, less time to heal, barrier, exhaust, whatever. So do that. And then like the sticky note is great because you're like, hey, this guy has 1,500 health.
Yeah, I saw
I
the
can
one
kill
combo
him.
on Reddit. It was I want my cigar. He like actually one-shot a Corki. I don't even know what the combo was, but it was hilarious.
That video I just shared has all of his combos. Okay. So it's 4 minutes long.
It's like flash auto, alt dash auto, or something like that.
There are a lot of combos because Graves' E can cancel things.
At all, and you just do a ton of damage.
Yep. But you have to push the buttons in the right order, so your hand's gonna do like one of those.
Yeah, I'd probably mess it up and just infeed.
Practice tool.
Yeah.
Just turn the ability cooldowns. Like what I like doing is I turn off that ability cooldown thing, so it's the true cooldowns. Practice the combo or like a vault, turn them back, turn it on, turn it off again. That way you're not like E-ing 3 times trying to practice the combo or whatever. But do that until you just get it down. That practice tool is literally the best thing ever. I used to have to wait until Earth came out to practice like flash alting and stuff. Now we just have this beautiful tool that lets you just go in and do it. So use it, might as well, right?
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
your
I
side
also
chick.
got around to getting tier 3 runes.
Oh, good. Yeah, I remember that last coaching session. It's like you're playing ranked with like tier 2 runes. You're like, why can't I win? Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
The double XP or double IP weekend we just had.
Yep.
I got tier 3 runes finally. So
Nice. Good. So that should help. So you have your 2 basic pages, like one for AD, one for
yeah,
magic. Good.
I want to get one strictly for singed, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, you just need the movement speed, Quince. And you'll
Yeah.
be good. Movement speed, magic pen, armor, health, probably the scaling health. Then you can either have scaling AP or scaling magic resist. That's pretty standard page. Make sense?
Yeah.
Not your side chick saying he did the ulti animation cancel with his flash, then canceling Q with E. So it's like alt flash Q E.
Yeah,
And then you have
something like
autos
that.
threaded in there. Go in.
Like
Again, that Lol King video, just open that up, watch it, practice that, have it on your second monitor when you're in the practice tool. Just do those combos till you get them. And it'll take you like a week because what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to practice a whole bunch. You're not gonna get it because your fingers will be too dumb. You'll go to sleep. Your brain will rewire itself. The next day you'll be a little bit better.
Day, yeah.
You know, after a week, it'll just be like second nature. It'll be like breathing. It just happens.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Definitely.
All right, so that's what you need to do so you know your damage, which will help you capitalize on things when you're ahead, which is the whole point of watching this video, which we're doing this coaching session about. Bringing it full circle. You ready to watch?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
5 seconds.
Yeah, so 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, you count down.
3, 2, 1, go. And I'm going to share the video in chat so everybody can watch.
All right.
Now, I'm kind of sad that you don't have the Fog of War on for your team.
Oh, well, yeah, like, I think it was like 5 minutes in I changed that because I realized it.
Ah, good. Because this is like cheating, right? It's like, so where's the enemy jungler? So like, well, I can see him, Gunday. I obviously know he... No, you know.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No worries.
And then, like...
I'm going to pause at
I
1
just start pressing
minute.
tab every once in a while, a few minutes in.
Good. I'm going to pause at 1:05, okay?
Okay.
Is what your team doing good or bad?
It's good. They're making sure I don't get invaded.
Sure. Could it be better?
Probably.
Yeah, well, what should you be doing?
Me?
I
should probably be with them.
As a team. Yeah, definitely with them. But as a team, what should you guys be doing?
Getting vision and invading.
Getting vision and invading. Like I have problem with this in my games. Like I had a game where like someone was feeding their dog yesterday, so they didn't invade. and we invaded. And like,
actually, I have a really funny story of that.
Yeah, you want to tell real quick, or do you want to learn?
I'll tell it later.
All right, hit me. I want to hear it. But what I'm trying to say is that you want to get everybody on the same page at the beginning, and you want to be like, hey guys, buy fast. We're going to invade this 5. I tell this to all my students. It's really hard to get a team to do this.
Yes, it is.
But as a jungler, if you're doing that in the pregame chat, and you're like, we're going to invade his 5, you have a chance to pick someone off for first blood. You have a chance to get vision on the enemy jungle camps. Like, where could Zen start? There's 3 starting camps, right? What are they? Let's start there.
I think that... Well, I know there's both buffs, and then I think that some people start chickens because of the XP thing.
The XP thing is great. Can Zen start chickens? He can.
It's rough, though.
It's rough. Why is it rough for him?
Because he's single target.
Single target. So he's going to finish his chickens at like 2 minutes because he can't kill them fast enough. So he's probably not starting chickens unless he's doing some next level bullshit. So
yeah, it's usually like a Moo and Shyvana and people like that.
You need AoE, agree. Or you need a really good leash, which he's probably not going to get because it's solo queue. So where is he probably starting?
Probably red, but as we can see, he's blue.
Sure. So one of the buffs, right? Red or blue. And he could be starting your buff too. You never know, right? Because you guys aren't invading. So could be starting probably one of the buffs. Could be your off buff. You know he's not on blue right now because you're on blue. Good. But you don't know if he's on red. You don't know if he's on blue. So again, just this is a way to get an advantage early. Figure out where the jungler's starting. If he's starting blue, what's he probably going to do after?
Gromp.
Yeah, probably like blue Gromp because again single target. And then what can he do after that?
You could get wolves. He could get scuttle. He could gank level 2, I guess.
Yeah, like if Shin is pushing up, he might do like wolves to get level 3. Go gank Shin. If Shin is like still kind of in limbo, he's like, all right, I'll do
He could
scuttle,
gank
whatever.
mid. He could go get red then gank bot.
Yep. He's probably gonna farm top to bottom though.
Yeah.
So if you know he's blue side, you know that he's gonna be around top side for the first like 2-3 minutes of the game, and then bottom side around like 3-4 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So like in your head, if you have a ward and you can see that, you're like, okay, mid top need to be safe, 2 to 3 minutes because he's up there. Mid bot need to be safe, 3 to 4 minutes because he's down there. And then you kind of lose him in the jungle if he doesn't gank or anything. You have to get new vision to figure it out. So right now, does your team have any idea where he's starting?
No.
Now. So
they haven't awarded the buff or anything.
Yeah, sure. And I'm probably sound like a broken record if you've seen my coaching sessions before, but the game starts at 0 minutes, 0 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Game starts like in the pre-game champ select, because that's when the strategy happens. So what you want to be doing if you're trying to win anyway is, hey, everybody, we need to invade as 5, and I want to get vision to figure out where he's starting and find that idiot that's AFK dancing.
Yeah, because when I play support, I play like a lot of Thresh. He's my most played champ, and every game I say let's invade because I bring Ignite usually, and I want to get first blood.
Yep.
And everyone says no.
Now,
or they don't respond.
Now that's
like,
another thing.
Please.
If they don't respond, or and I say this too every coaching session, because it's true every coaching session. If they don't respond or they tell you no, what does that tell you about them?
They're not confident, or they don't like. Or I don't know.
Simple. They're bad.
Oh. Well, I guess.
So, like, if you're a jungler, right, and you have limited time and resources to get people ahead that will help you win the game, and you know that 1 to 2 of your teammates are bad before the game even starts.
Yeah.
That lets you narrow down who you're going to gank for and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And maybe your perception changes.
Sometimes we do invade, but we only have like half the team.
Yeah, so should you invade with half the team?
12 HP. I mean, probably not, because if they're all there, then
Nope.
you're dead.
Never invade with half the team. So if you get everybody on the same page, it's 5 invading. Fantastic, do it. If you don't, if some idiot's feeding their dog, don't do it.
Sometimes we do that anyways, even though it's a bad idea. And then
sure, and
we've got a
spam King Danger that don't do it. I'm not following. You guys are boosted. Just whatever. Just tell them no. Because you don't have 5, because you're gonna die. Like I had 2 games yesterday. One, like our Katarina was feeding her dog, and then we invaded as 4, which was dumb. Somebody walked away with 10 health, and we all died, and she was like AFK at tower feeding her dog. If she showed up, it would have been a pentakill for her, right? But because she didn't, because she was AFK, it was a bad call to invade. So we were bad for invading because she was bad for being AFK. So we were both bad. Next game, same situation. I'm like, don't do it. I'm not going in. Our Blitzcrank pulls someone over the wall, and then the entire enemy team flashes over the wall and kills him. It's like, I can't win. But at least at least you tried. You can't make people play better. You can try, right? But sometimes they're gonna be like, don't tell me what to do, and then they just go in and invade 1v5 anyway. So again, it's better to do it in champ select, where like you'll find out ahead of time who's good, who's bad, who's whatever. And then, the champ select, they cool down a little. They're like, don't tell me what to, shiny thing, versus like it's in game. And, they still got the rage like flowing through their brain or whatever. I don't know. A bunch of weird people play League.
I rarely ever call to invade as jungle. I just get nervous that they'll int feed or I won't get a leash or something like that.
Nope. Invade every single game. Graves has one of the fastest clears in the game. Do not worry about getting a leash. You will be full health, full mana. I think like Not Your Cigar said he could clear the entire jungle in 3 minutes, 16 seconds or something.
Okay.
Like, so if your mechanics are good, don't worry about not getting a leash on Graves, And again, if your mechanics are not good, I think we already went over what you need to do, right, to change that.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
Just do the things. And even with like shitty mechanics, Graves is still bonkers strong. You can still, like, if you're clearing the jungle in 3 minutes, 20 seconds, that's still really good, right?
Yeah.
So something like that. King Chandler saying Graves can get full finish without leash if you have right runes. He can do that with the wrong runes too. The champion's busted. So yeah, abuse that before the nerfs come. All right, but going back to it, just right now, invade. Look at the enemy team. What happens if you invade right now? Where are they?
They're at blue and in their lanes, so we'd figure out that he's starting blue, and then we'd just go and I'd get a leash.
Yeah, and then
or we take it.
You know exactly where he is, or maybe you guys are extra greedy and you just take his red, and then he doesn't have red. Can Zen gank well without red level 3?
No.
No.
Not really.
Not really. No CC is one knock up. That's it. You know, if someone gets knocked up, they
Yeah,
just
and it's hard
flash
to
after.
get it off without red buff.
Yeah. You know, you just walk away from him. So, like, that would be amazing. So, like, there's already little things you're messing up on. I'm going to play, though. I'm at, like, 110 playing on double speed. So we'll see what happens. But always do this. Like, I played yesterday, and I was actually really bad about doing that because usually I talk to the stream in between games. Streaming makes you worse at this. But normally I would be, like, bossing my team around trying to figure out who's good, who's bad, telling them to do stuff. All right, I know the fog's on, so it'll be a little bit like cheating, but...
Yeah, so my ADC starts tanking here, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Hey, whatever. How nice of them, you know?
Yeah, I guess.
Do you take the mastery, the Ivern one that gives you extra damage out of the bushes?
Not on Graves, no.
You should. Also, here, probably just do your wolves. Do a full clear. He clears so quickly, right? Just do it.
No, I was going for I was gonna get double buffs and then gank top, but Shen forced his TP and then he was pushed up, so...
Gotcha.
I think I had a really weird clear.
I'm pausing right at 3 minutes. Just because you're learning Graves, right? So you watch I Want My Cigar. Really good Graves player if you guys aren't familiar, right? But what does he do?
He usually just does a full clear and then backs.
So why?
I don't know.
So let's think about it. Right now, you're level 3 with Graves, one of the fastest jungle clearers in the game, and you're trying to gank.
Yeah, that's...
Do you have good ganks?
Decent.
Do you?
I do a lot of damage and I have red buffs.
You do a lot of damage and you have red buff. Do you have good ganks?
Yeah.
You actually don't. Well, why do I say you don't have good ganks? Argue with me. Yeah, you think we do. I think you don't. Tell me why you think you do have good ganks. Red buff, cool.
I guess it's just hard to get off all his damage.
Yeah, like let's say I'm Echo and you come to gank me.
Just walk away.
You just walk away, or I dash away, or I throw a Q and slow you, right? Because what is Graves' weakness?
CC.
CC. He's also short range. He has a shotgun, right? Shotgun's really good at sniping people, right?
No.
No, you want to be up close and personal. He's short range burst damage. So his problem is he needs someone to hold people in place so that he can do the damage, right?
Yeah, well, that was the plan. Was I said don't push up too far and I'll gank level 3, which was in Champ Select, which I didn't get recorded. But
yeah, sure. Okay, so
he said okay, and then he pushes up and then gets his TP, which was good.
I'm gonna rewind to when your blue buff started. Okay.
Okay.
I'm at like 140, and I'm gonna when you're clearing Gromp, I'm gonna pause it.
Okay.
All right, and there's a reason for this. All right. So right now, I'm paused at like 2 minutes and change, like a little bit over. What is Shen doing? Like if you're just watching it, we're gonna play in a second, okay? But look around 2 minutes and look at Shen top. What is he doing? You can tell from his movements kind of what he's doing, right?
He is pretty much trying to like fight Yorick.
He just ignited as soon as Yorick showed up and fought in the middle of the minion wave.
Yeah, and Yorick had like 100 health or a little less.
And then Yorick used his teleport. Shen is now level 2. When you fight in the middle of a minion wave, what generally happens?
The minions attack you, you take a lot of damage.
Sure. Now, while this was going on and Yorick teleported back up and Shen burned his ignite, what were you doing?
I was farming.
Well, you were farming your Gromp and you were walking past your wolves, right? Now, right now as a jungler, you could have been looking top, which is like your goal after red, and you could have been like, oh, the lane's pushed. There's no way in hell I'm going to be able to gank level 3 of red buff. So what could you do instead?
You could just farm.
Yeah, farm wolves, farm chickens. Oh, the lane's pushing back out. Now I can go top. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
So just think about it. Sure, Shen screwed up. Maybe. He also might have gotten first blood. But you could have been doing a full clear. And remember, Graves is really, really good at farming. That's like his #1 strength. Fastest clear in the game right now. Ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
So what you can do is instead, like this is how Cigar plays. He does a full clear, and he just farms, and he uses his strength, and then he looks for his teammates being idiots, and then he predicts where the enemy jungler is going to be, and he is in that area to counter gank.
Yeah, well, that kind of happens, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Zen tries to gank top, and I just walk up there and do nothing.
Sure. But let's say like Zen is chasing the Shen. Shen has like 200 health left. He's walking towards his tower. Zen flashes in trying to get him. What is Graves really good at doing?
Blinding people.
I mean, blinding people, sure,
and killing them.
But if they are tower diving your teammates, you just walk out of the jungle, push like 2 buttons, and they die, right?
Yeah.
You know, they're stuck between walking back through tower aggro or walking into your jungle into you. You want them to walk into you because you have a shotgun, short range, right? You want them to be right in your kaboom headshot sights, right? So again, like what you should be doing on Graves, generally, you're not trying to force level 3 ganks. You're not like a Lee Sin that can take it to people that has like...
Yeah, I play Lee Sin a lot. That's why I had that mindset.
So Lee Sin, different story, right? You can gap close, you can tower dive level 3 and ward hop out. Like you have all these tools to get there. Graves doesn't have those. You have to have people come to you or have people be dumb and overextend. And what is this? Bronze, silver, gold?
I was silver 5 at the time, yeah.
Silver. So are people going to make mistakes in silver?
Definitely.
Just farm, bide your time, watch the map, find who the idiot is on the enemy team, because there's always going to be one, and then just be in that area waiting for them to do idiot things. And then you're going to be there to like blow off their idiot head with your idiot killing shotgun. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just little things to look at. I'm sorry, just critiquing your jungle clear. I'm around 240 playing, so maybe like sync up around 3. Because right now, like Zen not really doing much, right? If you were full clearing your jungle, you'd be finishing up your red buff right now after doing wolves and chickens. Instead, you're trying to gank an Echo who's under tower.
Yeah.
And now you're just following the Zen, which is good, but you could be like doing the same thing running from your Krugs right now, and it doesn't matter. But here, if I pause it again, I just watched you spend an entire minute not farming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this is more like how do you get ahead versus how do you play from ahead or behind, but you know, it's something, right? Now at this point I'm pausing. It's like 3:30 in the in-game clock, 3:40 on this clock. Are you guys ahead or behind?
See, we're the red team, we're behind.
Yeah, how do you know?
Because the gold at the top.
Well, yeah, the gold at the top, but do you have the gold in game?
Yeah.
You don't actually. If you hit tab, there's not something in game that's like, you have this much gold.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so how do you know if you're ahead or behind right now?
Like we said, CS and kills.
Yeah, so hit tab, look at CS and kills. Now, are CS and kills important?
They help. It's kind of just help you know how much gold you're around.
Yeah, but why does gold matter? Why do kills matter?
Because they help you get stats from items.
Because they help you get stats from items. So we're looking at items, right? And kills are good because they give you gold and experience. When you kill a champion, you get half the experience they need to get to their next level. So be looking at items, be looking at levels. That's how you tell who's ahead, who's behind, right? So Lucian just got like first blood, and I think LeBlanc just died mid. You know, just solo kills. Zen wasn't there. He's not doing anything, right? So right now your 2 carries are behind. And like 300 gold, 400 gold, they're going to come back with like little baby items, you know, but still, like early game, those baby items matter. Make sure? Make sense? Can't talk.
Yeah.
So right now, you guys are behind. How should you be playing the early game when everybody's behind?
Safe.
Safe. Yeah, so do you want to like force something bot? Do you want to force something mid?
Not really, just want to farm, like you said.
Just want to farm. So right now, if you had farmed your wolves, chickens, Krugs, which should all be down, you should be backing, you should be buying your first big item, where should you be going next?
Anywhere that I could gank.
Are you trying to gank? You're playing Graves. It's a different mindset than Lee Sin, right? Lee Sin, you're like, hey, I'm the strongest champion in the game. I can do whatever I want. I can ward hop for days. Graves, different mindset.
Just farm, I guess.
Farm and look for what?
Mistakes.
So look where LeBlanc died. Like you can kind of see it on the mini map. I have it at 340 on YouTube. It looks like
near her tower.
It was near Echo's tower. It looks like she tried to dive him.
Oh, wait.
You know, where did Lucian die? Were you paying attention?
No.
No, but he has a Soraka, so like, should he have died?
No.
Probably not. So it's probably telling you.
Was it Soraka that died, or wait, I'm confused.
I'm sorry. Let's see who actually died. I can't remember who died or not. And we're watching a thing.
It was.
I rewound a little.
It was Xayah that died.
Yeah, so I think Lucian got a kill on your AD carry. And it looks like it's happening here. Your AD carry is gone.
And then LeBlanc tried to fight Echo and lost.
Yeah, your Soraka wasn't healing, which is great. LeBlanc is fighting Echo mid.
Soraka was flaming our team the entire game. It was really funny.
Yeah, she was not healing your AD carry when that fight was going on, so that's interesting.
She was, I don't know, she was a special one.
Sure.
She, like, the entire game, she's like, we don't deserve this win, just forfeit now. And everyone else is like, shut up.
So what should you do here? Really I'm going to pause at 406 where we were. Just mute her. Just mute her.
I did. And then after the game chat, she said we didn't deserve to win. The
team
was garbage, and we all reported her.
Good. That's really what you got to do. So your Soraka, who's not using her heal on her 80 carries, sure, probably really good. I remember when I was silver and knew everything about this game too.
Kappa.
No Kappa. Like the way this game works is you start, you're usually like bronze. You learn a little. You're like, man, I'm really good at this. You're not, but you think that. And then like you realize like as you actually start getting better that you know shit. You know, like I was watching Nightblue stream the other day because I think it's funny as shit. And he's around my elo right now, which is funny too. I'm gonna try to get in games with him. But he learned something. He's been playing this game since it started, since the beta. And like he was like, oh, I didn't know that my spell shield doesn't block the stun on Karma's chain. You know, he has to block the beginning of it, not the end of it. You know, he's playing Nocturne or something. You know, so this guy's been playing since literally the inception of the game, and he's still learning something new every game. You got to realize that. So the idiot know-it-all, you know, that's flaming you, just mute, ignore, realize they're bad, gank another lane. Makes sense?
Yes.
Got it. All right. So what I'm trying to say from this is, your team died. Should they have died? Like was it because the enemy team outplayed them?
No, they're just being silly.
They're just being silly and dumb. That's how you got to play Graves. You got to wait for the enemy team to do that. Now, your team, what they should do is play a little bit safer now. And now that the enemy team's a little bit stronger, what's the enemy team going to do when your team is playing a little safer?
Play more aggressive.
Play more aggressive. All right, so your Graves.
That's how mistakes happen.
You've been farming up. You've been kind of ignoring your teammates because you know you're not going to get ganks early because you're Graves, right? You got to wait for people to overextend so you can just show up and blow their faces off. Now your teammates have fed a little. Enemy team is going to be a little more aggressive. What should you be doing?
Farming.
Farming, but you should be looking for
yeah.
those mistakes, right?
Paying attention while farming.
And then your farming route should be like, okay, bot lane's pushing up. They're a little bit ahead. They're aggressive. I'm going to be moving down there. So maybe instead of, if you have a choice between Wolves and Gromp, maybe you're moving towards Gromp, right? And you're looking bot, and you're looking to like just jump over the wall when they tower dive and pick off 2 easy kills, something like that, right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
So this is what you need to do to play from behind. Right now, your team is behind. You're actually doing okay. You're a little bit behind where you should be if you were just power farming. But what should happen now is you keep farming, because again, that's how you get back in the game when you're behind. You get that gold and resources, and then you're looking for the enemy team to get too aggressive and make mistakes, and then you're looking to blow their faces off.
Kind of what happens now that you think, now that you say it.
Cool. So you're already doing it. So good. But you could be doing it better if you did.
Well, I was doing it on accident.
Yeah, you're doing it on accident, but now we're talking about it. You can start doing it on purpose, right?
Yeah.
All right, so when you watch I Want My Cigar, watch his pathing. And when he actually ganks, like maybe rewind his stream or something and be like, okay, why did he actually gank here? And then see if you can see what he saw. Like get in his head, like try to figure out, or just ask him. He usually has like 20 people watching, right?
Yeah.
So just ask him. He'll tell you, oh, I went up there because that guy's a dummy, and I knew he was going to be a dummy, and I'm not a dummy, boom, you know, like it's not rocket science. It's just, hey, this guy's an idiot. I'm going to kill him with my overpowered champion.
Okay.
All right, ready to play?
Yeah, 406.
406. 3, 2, 1, go. And if you're not exactly right, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you should be farming a little more efficiently, is all I'm trying to say to you. Your Gromp will be up, so if you had actually, and never smite the big chicken. Like, it's just not worth it.
Oh, really? I do it a lot.
Nah, just save smite for, like, anything else, like controlling Scuttle or whatever. This gank top is really good, because he's overextended. You have Shen to set things up.
Yeah, and then we have LeBlanc coming up, so
Yeah,
that was good.
That was really good. So he overextended, you just killed him, right? Perfect.
Yeah.
You know he doesn't have teleport. You know Shen blew flash earlier, because I'm sure Shen told you. So that was great.
Yep.
And now you're rotating down. Now, if you had cleared your wolves would be back up because you did Gromp and then wolves. Notice your Gromp is back up. Because you haven't, your wolves are still level 2 here. So
yeah.
you could have had an extra 100 gold here if you had done a full clear. Because remember, you did waste that minute.
Yeah.
Hey, they killed Lucian Bot. Looks like he got over aggressive. So what are you doing right now? Why are you... Oh, look. Nice. You waited for them to go aggro, and then you went in and got a kill, huh?
Hardly, but yeah, we got him.
Yeah, you got him. No, that's fine. Cool. So here, let me pause at 640 or whatever.
Okay.
All right, look at the gold.
You
can cheat. Are you winning or losing?
We are hardly winning. We're like about tied.
Yeah, you're even now, gold-wise. Now, right now, who's the gold on? Like, out of your team, who has the kills?
I do. I got 2 kills. Or, no, I got 1, and then LeBlanc got 1.
Sure. So right now, your carries have kills. So,
Yeah.
That's where you want the gold, right? Because carries buy expensive items. So this is good. This is working. Gunday Monday, do you want a link to a in-depth vid on how to do the full 100% clear on Graves? I do not. I already know how to do it. Thank you, though. But maybe Nopples does. Nopples, do you want a link to do a full clear on Graves? Or do you think you just watch I Want My Cigar and figure it out?
I'll take the video.
Yeah, Diesel, throw it in chat. And if Nightbot bans you, I'll just, like, post it in there. Thank you. But yeah, I figured out how all the junglers work a while ago. I watched, like, I try to watch One Trick Ponies to figure out how every jungle works. Something like that. Not your side chick saying warding up jungle entrances too to see if Xin gets cheeky. I would only do that if you catch him invading, or like if you find one of your camps countered. If he's not invading, no reason to ward up your jungle, right? If he is, then yeah, get some control wards and guard. Meant for student, I got you. Thank you, Diesel. What's up, Nick? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, we're coaching Nopples right now too, so he appreciates it. He's learning Graves.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, good looking out. And again, you know, Google.com is this new hit website. I'm sure it's going to take off, but you could always, you know, just Graves full clear, you know, and just search for it. But something like that. What's up, Zelda?
I'm lazy, though.
Yeah, I hear you. If he's going to do the work for you, might as well, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so going back to the coaching session, Xin does have a slow on his E. Tried to tell you earlier. Yeah, he has a slow, sure. But I'm saying, like, it's a lot different than, like, a Sejuani whose every ability is crowd control, or a Maokai, or an Amumu, right? It's a lot different.
Really cool.
What's up?
The new Sejuani, I said, looks really
Oh,
cool.
she's going to be busted. I am so excited to be able to play my favorite champion again and actually win games.
Yeah, they're changing Zac, too, who's my primary jungler, so...
Yeah, Zac's going to be fun, too. It looks like a buff to him. And then Maokai, you know, sure, he'll be good too. But I hear you. He can gank earlier. But Zelda, let me ask you: if he ganks LeBlanc and has a slow, does that matter?
She can just dash.
She can just dash. If he ganks a Shen, does the slow matter? You know, if they flash over a wall, does that slow? You get what I'm saying? And like, sure, he can follow up with flash. You can argue, but if they have dashes, like the slow doesn't matter as much. So bot lane, sure. He can get on the Soraka, he can get on the Xayah because they don't have dashes. But also, if they kite properly and just don't let him get the slow off by applying his E, then he never gets the slow off. It's like Graves. You see a Graves coming at you, just run away. You know, if he can't get in range, he can't do anything. You know, if Xin has Moby boots or something, yeah, you got a point. You could probably catch him. But, you know, if you're not dumb, he should never get the slow, so it's kind of a non-factor. That's where my brain's at. So I hear you, but I don't agree, and that's why. if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It matters if she
like
already
playing
used her
Xin
W
Zhao.
aggressively. So Zelda is arguing, yeah, but if she flashes in and blows all of her escapes, he definitely can get. Yeah, but she deserves to die then. Yeah, if bad players are bad, you can kill them. Sure, I agree with you there. What's up, Nopples?
I enjoy playing Xin Zhao. It's just, I don't know. If he doesn't get ahead, he's kind of meh.
Yeah, like the way you play him is kind of like how you used to play Trundle Jungle or Shyvana Jungle. It's really hard for you to catch people, so you just force objectives because you could solo Baron with like 3 items. Like Xin is bonkers. So like you just force them to come to you, then you don't have to chase. Then it's very easy to apply your E and everything, right? Because they're running on you, something like that. You have no idea how hard I just laughed at that. Good. Glad to entertain. I'm just saying, though, right? Like, if they're good players and they're like, wow, Xin Zhao might be around. Time to blow flash and, all my dashes and escape. Like, probably not going to happen, right? But sure. Sure, whatever. All right. Nick wants a viewer game? Maybe. I'm stuck in platinum right now, Nick. I'm trying to climb, though, buddy. So I don't know. Maybe you guys cash in your Gun Day show tickets. We can do a viewer game. Otherwise, I'm going to play ranked.
I don't know how many I have right now.
Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to drink water. All right. Done. We'll get back to business. Okay, so Nopples, going back to this, where we're getting distracted, right? Right now, because you were just patient and waited for your idiot teammates to pick team fights in situations where you were near them, you are now even in gold, and you are now like 1 or 2 kills up. And even though your farm pathing is kind of shitty, your jungle clear was bad because you're trying to do like a level 3 gank of a champion that has trouble level 3 ganking. But
I don't know.
No worries.
I just play junglers that can do that a lot. So
sure, Graves is not one of them. Graves waits for a gank to happen, and he counter ganks. So that's another thing, right? If you know where Xin is starting, where should you start?
On the same side, because then we'll go together and I can be near him.
Yes, that's how you should be thinking. Another thing, too, Graves can start chickens. So if you know that Xin started blue this game, which is on the top side of the map, your chickens are on the top side of the map. What you can do is, since he started blue, start your chickens. You'll get the extra experience and gold from that camp, level 1. Graves clears it insanely fast with his Q. Go to your red buff, kill that, and then just rotate down to the bottom side of the map, do wolves, do blue, do gromp, and then be ready to counter gank while you're farming. Like if you're doing blue and you know Zen is ganking bot, just stop doing blue, walk down, and go murder him.
Yeah, that's something I hate doing. Is if I'm in the middle of a buff and
I know.
It makes me hurt inside.
So like if you're in the middle, you should go. If you're like 1 or 2 autos away from killing it, you should just finish it.
Okay, so like I'll just start it and then they'll get ganked. I'll be like, wait a second, stop getting ganked real quick. I need this buff. And
yeah, a way to think about it: if you can get a level up from finishing the buff, do it. If it's not gonna add anything to you, like maybe you're out of mana, finish blue buff, right? Because if you go down bot, you're not gonna be able to do anything. If you have blue buff, you'll be able to do stuff, right? It's science. But if you're like full health, full mana, and you're halfway done with blue buff, and you're like not gonna get to level 4, like you're level 3 or something, just go bot and kill them all, and then you can do blue buff later when they're dead, or do their camps, something like that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Diesel, thank you. It says the video is unavailable, though, so this is like the worst YouTube video ever.
Well, that sucks. Unlucky.
Oh, don't watch Tarzan to learn. That guy doesn't know what he's doing. That guy's a bad player. What's up?
Wasn't he rank 1 last season?
He was rank 1 for like 1 game. And he's one of those guys that has like every account permabanned. Like he was a pro player.
Like Tyler1.
He was auditioning to be a pro player, and they like denied him because he's mentally unstable. Like don't learn from that. Learn from I want my cigar. Learn from somebody that actually knows what they're doing.
I like watching him. He's pretty chill.
Yeah, like learn from people that actually know what they're doing and aren't shitheads. Like I don't even want to give that guy views. Like fuck that guy. I played with him too. He's like one of those ass bags. Tyler1, doesn't even know what he's doing too. All the Draven mains make fun of him. Like Rice Balls, I watch his stream all the time. Is a better Draven player than Tyler1. I don't know why people think he's good or want to learn from him. Learn from the people that actually know what they're doing and aren't shitheads. Give them money. My 2 cents, take it or leave it. Unpopular opinions. Most people like the Hee XD.
I don't know. I'm kind of a fan, but not of his League of Legends.
But sure, I'm just saying, if you're trying to get better, don't learn from him. If you're just looking to be entertained, hey, have fun, man.
Yeah, that's
Some
usually
people
it.
like watching people be ass bags to each other. You got not your side chick. I just look for ways to make my clear faster so that doesn't happen. Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Yeah, mostly because it's fun to watch him rage.
Yeah, it might have been
Like
taken
Zelda
down
said.
Diesel because he's an asshole and he probably pissed someone off and got his account banned for, like, I don't know, targeted harassment, terrorism threats, death threats. I don't know.
Yikes.
Again, fuck that guy. Viewer game, please. I want a jungle, says Nick. You can cash in your Gun Day show tickets if you want a viewer game, but I'm coaching Nopples right now. Okay, so Nopples, go back to this. Let's actually play because we're like an hour and a half into this and we're like 6 minutes into your actual game. Okay?
Okay, yeah, I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm at like 6, 7 minutes in game.
Yeah, I'm 650.
Oh no, they got a dragon. Does that matter?
Yeah. It was wind, I think.
Hey, your team's fighting. Should you be down there?
I'm doing Gromp. Hold on. Now I'm coming.
So what you just did there, where you were late to the party and you just walked in and picked off a kill, perfect. That's how you play Graves.
Oh, really? That was good?
That was good. Just farm
Okay.
and then wait for your teammates to blow the enemy teams all their shit, all their cooldowns and stuff, and then just blow them up. Oh, good. And you turned on Fog of War now. So this is perfect.
Yeah, that blue plant was a misclick, just so you know.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, that's fine. Controlling Scuttle, good.
Oh yeah, I love Scuttle.
And what you're doing here is fine. Don't be boosted and steal farm from your mid laner. So that's good.
It was one.
Oh, and look, you recognize that Yorick's overextended and you're running up there. Good. Do it.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's dancing. Yeah, just back up. If Shen had engaged there, he would have died.
Yeah.
So this is good. You're just farming. Here, I'm going to pause at 9 minutes, okay?
All right, I'm paused.
Seems weird, but right now your entire red side jungle is up, right? What camp should you do first?
The chickens, because
Yes.
if
Why?
I do the other ones, I'll level up, and then I'll get less from the chickens.
So that's one reason. Why else do you want the chickens first?
I don't know.
The chickens are the most valuable camp in the jungle. I'm just teaching this because you're learning jungle right now. The way
Really?
Riot has changed the golden experience around, chickens have the most golden experience of any camp. They're the easiest camp to take if you have AoE, right? And if you're playing a champion like Warwick or Zen, you're buying a Tiamat first item anyway. Nunu too, right? So that makes it easy to take. Yeah, Nunu's strong right now.
I love him so much. He's hilarious.
But take the chickens first for another reason. The other reason is it has a lot of golden experience, but it also has a shorter respawn timer than red.
Oh, okay.
So if you take the chickens first and then red,
then they'll be getting up while you're doing red.
Yeah, and the chickens, like sure, you could argue, but my red buff will be up a camp later. You can do 3 chickens if you do them first before your next red buff is up. If you do red buff first, you can only get 2. So it's a little like efficiency thing, but always try to do the chickens first if you can just insta clear them, because it delays your red clear by like 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then you're going to have an extra 100 gold and an extra level because of it if you do it over and over again. Kind of makes sense?
Yeah.
So do that. How do you redeem your points? Nick is asking. I think you do it here, and then you tell me about it because I don't watch it. But again, I got to finish the coaching session. All right, Nopples, I'm going to play at 9 minutes, okay?
All right, go.
Right now, are you guys winning or losing? What do you think?
We're losing in gold, and we're even in kills and towers.
By the way, good job just recognizing that that guy was overextended and pushing up and murdering him.
Yeah, this Shen was really nice. Like, the Soraka was so toxic, but the Shen and the Blanc were really nice.
The way the Shen is feeling, is playing, like, I'm curious to see what his CS is. Like, I wish he could almost hit tab and show me.
I start doing it at like 15 minutes, I believe. I just start holding tab every few minutes.
Okay, good.
I figured that'd be a good thing to do.
Yeah, usually like at 10 minutes, at 15 minutes, at 20 minutes, you want to check. And by then you have a good idea if your team is good or not, right?
Yeah.
So what you're doing now where you're running in, like, do you see how you just picked Echo off with like a max range ult? That's how you play Graves.
Okay.
You farm, you look up, oh, my team is fighting. You just walk over.
Just KS?
Yeah, KS. It's your job. You're a carry. You know, like, you click one button and then they die. You're walking past your chicken camp again. I'm crying to myself as a jungler, but this is fine.
Really?
Because you're walking past it to just murder people. So again, this is good. Perfect.
Yeah.
Now you go. Don't farm. Give that to him. Give that to your. Good. Okay, good. And now you farm. That's it.
Okay.
So perfect.
Season now.
You just keep farming because you. No. Do your chickens. Good. Do your. Oh, they're down because someone countered them. It looks like your chickens are countered right now, and you're not even doing them. Ah.
I'm sorry. I'll work on chickens.
Work on chicken control. Chicken control, very important metric for jungle dominance. Trust me on it. If you're
my bad.
No worries. You didn't know. Now you do know. Now you can do something about it. But right now, like you're missing out on like your main gold income. Oh, and you're picking a
we
fight.
were waiting for dragon.
Ah, okay.
That's what we're doing.
That makes sense. With you picking a fight here, this is bad. Remember, what's your job as Graves?
Just chaos.
To KS. Wait for your team to pick a fight. They're going to. They're dumb. This is silver. This is bronze, right? And then when they're picking a fight, you show up and you pick them off and murder them. Like exactly what's happening. See how they're tower diving? Someone else is aggro. You go in and kill. Good. Nice.
Is
Beautiful.
it the same playstyle for Master Yi?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go in first with Master Yi, what happens?
If I what?
If you go in first, if you're starting a fight with Master Yi, what happens?
No. You die.
You die.
You get focused.
If you go in first with Graves, what happens? If it's like a 1v5 situation, you die, right? You get focused.
Yeah.
Wait for them to blow everything so they can't run away and kill them.
Okay.
Yeah, this was really good. Look at the gold right now. You're still down in gold, but you're up in kills. You're fed. You're level 9. You could be level 11 right now if you were farming properly.
Yeah.
Look at Zen. He's level 8. You're level 9. You are winning. You are in the jungle. You're doing well. So right now, what should your team be doing? And what you're doing here to control this is great. This is exactly what you want to do. Good job. Get the farm. More important, get kills. You just stole farm from your AD carry. You're a bad player. And now you're taking the tower. Good. So you walk away with 1 health. I'm looking at about 16 minutes. I'm going to pause, right?
Okay.
So was this a good decision to fight that?
To like go in with 1 HP?
Well, not 1 HP, but you saved the tower, and then you kind of chased, and then you like tried to take a tower, right?
Yeah.
What do you think? Good decision, bad decision?
I mean, it was risky, but it worked out in the end.
No. This is what I'm asking. Like here, let's rewind to 15 minutes on the YouTube video, okay?
All right.
Like so 15 minutes, you walk in, and you save the tower. This is good. You're just farming. There are 3 people down here. How many people do you have?
2.
I'm paused at 15, 18.
15, 18. Oh, we have, well, Long's coming down, so we would have 4.
You have 4. Where's the other members of your team? Of their team,
They're both
actually.
top.
Yeah, Zen is top farming your Krugs. Yorick is top doing Yorick things. Shin is backing. Shin has ulta.
Yeah.
Is the play to take bot tower risky?
I mean, they're gonna push top.
They're going to push top, sure.
And
But
they have Yorick.
But right now, your decision to push bot and take that tower, good or bad?
Good.
Good, yeah. Why?
I don't know. I just was hoping I did something right.
Sure. Okay, think about it.
Okay.
Do you have more people on your team than their team?
Yeah.
Do you have an advantage?
Yeah.
Are you fed?
Yeah.
Lucian's level 8, you're level 9. So levels, you're up a little. Echo's level 10, you're level 9. LeBlanc level 9, he's level 10. So Echo's a little bit stronger, but you have a numbers advantage and you have a Shen ult. And like you said, you have a Soraka who's not healing people with her heal, but still, you know, she can kind of make up for Echo. And so because Echo's going to have to kill her before he can kill you, like you should be able to kill him before he kills you.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds. So right now, it's actually a good call to do what you're doing at 4 spot. And if you trade like top tower for it, it's whatever. Like sure, it's a tier 2, but it's not the end of the world. So right here, let me pause. I'm at 1539. What happened? Is this still a good call?
I got really low.
Yeah, but don't worry about did you get really low. Look at the map. Is this still a good call and why?
I think so, because Shen's there to defend his turret.
Shen's there to
I mean,
defend his turret
LeBlanc
top.
didn't come down, which was a problem.
LeBlanc didn't come down.
Soraka's 1v1ing Echo, and we're
Soraka's
getting killed by
1v1ing Echo,
Lucianol.
and you're tanking tower, getting killed by Lucianol. So right now in this situation where it's technically a 2v2, a 1v1, and LeBlanc is derping mid, good or bad time to do what you're doing?
Maybe not as good.
It's horrible because LeBlanc is bad. So when you see her backing up to farm a wave that isn't going to die to a tower, you guys need to back up.
Yeah.
Now, it worked out. You didn't die, right? Because I think Soraka clicked R. But here, I'm going to play. But here, Sona, like, they should have killed both of you. You were lucky that Shen, had an ult, that Soraka actually had a good exhaust and healed. But it works out.
Lived with 1 HP.
Yeah, now LeBlanc needs to go top to cover so that it works, but like that could have been way better.
So we trade towers.
Yep, I'm going to pause.
Okay.
Yeah, and backing's fine. So I'm at 1620. So what you need to recognize is if you force that fight, because you don't have LeBlanc, it's going to force Shen to use his ult, which is going to give up that tower top. So you need to be looking at the map and be like, hey, it's even right now. This is risky because LeBlanc's bad. If LeBlanc is down there with you, it's a 4v3. You guys win that easy. Good to do.
Yeah.
Because she was dumb and went back mid because it's silver or whatever. Got to back up, okay?
Okay.
Make sense?
For sure.
And also, if you're Soraka raging at you and trying to 1v1 a Fed Echo, it's like, probably not going to be the best, right?
Yeah.
All right, so right now we're paused at like 16 minutes. Are you ahead? Are you behind? What do you think?
Still behind in gold.
You have more kills, though.
You have more kills and less towers.
Aren't more kills important? Yeah, you're losing because they have more towers. You're getting your ass
that's
kicked.
Because top is getting pushed really hard by Yorick.
Yeah. Now it's not bad. It's only 2k gold, maybe 1k gold. Yeah, it's like 1.1k gold. So not a big deal. You're nice and fed because you're playing Broken Graves, and you've been doing good work killing people. You've literally just walked around like, oh, they're fighting. Boop 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 R. Boop 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 Q. Boop 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 E auto. That's all you need to do with Graves. It's way too much damage. You just wait for people to be bad, and then you capitalize on their badness. That's it. So if you have been farming, you'd be like level 11, level 12 right now. So work on that because again, like you're walking past your chickens. Full clear.
Sorry.
And then don't apologize. Like you're getting coaching because you want to play better, right? So I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
Watch I Want My Cigar. Watch how he clears. Power farm your jungle because that's what your champ is the best in the game at, which is why he's strong. And then anytime someone is tower diving or fighting, just show up and KS. That's Graves. That's Graves in a nutshell.
I think I can do that.
Yep, that's what you got to do. And prioritize your chickens. You clear it faster than any champ in the game, and it gives you the most golden experience and has the shortest cooldown of all the jungle camps, right? So just do that.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, what's up, Ioki? Good to see you, man. All right, so here. Ioki's watching your coaching session. Yeah, like I like that you got the Ioki tag too.
Yeah, he's
pretty
amazing.
Dreamy, I know. All right, so what should you be doing now? Because we're talking about how to play from ahead or behind. I would say right now that you guys are even, just because you're only down like about 1k gold.
Down a little bit, yeah.
What are you thinking? What should you do?
I don't know. We could maybe go for Rift.
Could go for Rift. Do you have any control of that part of the map?
No, there's no wards, and I don't know.
Yeah, so one thing you should be doing because you're level 9 and your team has no control, get a blue trinket.
Okay.
Get a control ward.
I don't think I've ever done that.
If you're playing
I don't play carry champs.
Yeah, you play Lee Sin, so you're used to just sitting on your yellow trinket. But when you're playing people that can get blown up, like Graves is technically a squishy AD carry, right? If they don't have the damage to kill you in one rotation of spells, like, yeah, you can take over and murder them. But if they do, you're squishy, so you don't want to face check. Buy the blue trinket at level 9, and if your team is bad, like I'm looking at your map right now, count the wards. How many are there? I count 0, maybe 1 bot in like the most awkward place ever.
Yeah, grand total of 0.
Grand total 0. So if you get that blue trinket and just on cooldown, put it in bushes in your jungle, like light it up like a Christmas tree, it'll make up for your team being bad and not warding.
For sure.
If you buy a control ward, like here, like let me throw a Rift Kit up.
Oh yeah, I buy those a lot on junglers.
Good.
Just like to check if there's wards or.
Yeah, like if you're doing drag and you want to put it down, but like just put one here.
Yeah.
You know, you'll be able to see people going for your chickens and stuff. Like put one there, good spot. Another good spot, put one here. Guard one of your jungle entrances. Usually, like the way it works, and like I always yell at my mid laner, "Hey, can you please buy a control ward here, and put it here, because he's invaded every blue, and I would like to give you blue." You know, if you phrase it like that, you know they usually listen and will buy the 75 gold item that counters that play strategy. But you know, like do that. Tell your team to buy control wards. Everyone on your team should be buying one, or else they're bad, right? But it's silver, and you already know they're not the greatest. So remind them, help them out. Also, if you buy that blue trinket, you'll be able to, you know, put wards in these places. Blue trinket can do the same thing as this control ward, right? So be doing that so that you can just see. Because right now, I agree, you probably want Rift Herald. Like I would put it on Shen, I would get it on you, because you don't want it on Zen, who's going to be split pushing if they're playing their 1-3-1 comp. You don't want it on Yorick because he's already taken like 2 of your towers, right?
Yeah, that'd be scary.
And Yorick, if he's good, will solo it right around now because he can do that with his ult.
Yeah, I've done it.
Yeah, like you
When
know,
they
right?
changed Yorick, I thought he was a jungler because he could solo Baron at 20 minutes, which I would do on him.
Yeah, like that's the thing you can do. Now he's a bad jungle because his clear is super slow and because his ganks are super wimpy. But
I figured that out. But he has really good objective control. Like
really
as soon
good
as he has his
objective
ult, he can solo Dragon. As soon as Baron's up, he can solo it.
Yeah, sure. So and
He's kind of like a bad Nunu, I guess.
He's a
who
bad
likes to
Nunu.
split push.
Yeah. Different champions for different situations, sure. But right now, I like where your head's at. Hey, we should probably be getting control of our top jungle back, and they might be doing Rift Herald because they have 2 split pushers. So like, let's walk over there. I get it. I can't see what items you're buying, but yeah, control ward, blue trinket is probably what you want. And you probably want to take a friend, or if Shen has ult up, be like, hey, Shen, be ready to ult. I'm going to face check, you know, just something like that, right?
Yeah, I rushed Warrior, and then I think I'm building Black Cleaver right now.
Got it.
So, just so you know.
Not Your Side Chick is letting you know that LeBlanc is taking your chickens this game. I haven't been paying attention. She has been countering your chickens and leaving the big one. If you guys are mid laners watching this, never do that because most of the experience is on the little chickens. You're gimping your jungle. So, like, if you're going to take chickens, take the full camp. And just don't take chickens.
I don't want to pain you here, but I actually rarely ever take chickens in the jungle.
Killing me, Smalls. Killing me.
Like, there's been games where I just haven't taken them.
So, there's probably games you could have won, too. Just saying.
Yeah.
Focus on that.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know they were that important. I'll definitely focus on them more.
They're the most important camp in the jungle right now. It's weird, but it's true. Right. Science. So right now, you're checking this because you don't know if your camps are up or down. Interesting pathing. Why are you... And I like that you're coming to pause at 1710. I like that somebody got a control ward in your jungle for you. That's good. You got a little bit of control back. But why did you go from like top to bottom? You're just looking for stuff to farm?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Sometimes my brain goes on autopilot.
Sure. And I like that you're like,
oh,
they're fighting bot. Yeah, there's the tab, so we can look at items.
Yeah, so, I finished Black Cleaver and building Ninja Tabi now.
Yeah, no, that's great because they got Lucian who likes auto attack, Zen who likes auto attack, Yorick who likes auto attack, Echo who likes auto attack. It'll be AP based. So they're probably gonna get a
Tabis are just so good right now.
Yep. Well, good against auto attackers, sure.
It usually, I usually get either Ninja Tabi or Merc Treads, like 90% of the time. It's one of those boots.
Makes sense.
I just love the passives on them.
So let's look at this right now. Top lane, how's it going? Who's winning?
Getting pushed really far, but I don't think. Or wait, let me check. Yeah, Shen hasn't died at all. Yorick's died 3 times. He's winning in farm though. Yorick is.
So who's winning?
I'd say Yorick. He's got more items. He's got more towers.
They are dead even.
Really?
Look at levels. Look at items.
Well, what I was saying is because Triforce is more than Sunfire. They both got boots.
Sure. But just look at items right now. Just think of it as like, Triforce is a really expensive item. I get it. but one item to one item. Tier 2 boots to tier 2 boots. Doran's Blade to Longsword. Potion to potion. Shen actually has an extra thing of armor. Shen's job is not to do damage, right? Yorick is just doing that so he can take towers faster. But Shen doesn't give a shit, and his job is just to match Yorick. So item-wise, they're even. Because this will let him stay even with the Yorick. And he probably has Grasp of the Undying as his keystone, right? So this will make that proc more often, the Sunfire Aura. Look at levels. 11 to 11. Dead even. Both of those champions about the same strength, right? Nobody gets like Yorick isn't that late game hyper carry, right?
Well, he's pretty strong.
He's pretty strong.
He's not a hyper carry, but he's definitely strong.
But I'm saying Yorick at level 11 versus Yorick at level 18. Is there a big difference?
Pretty similar.
Pretty similar, right?
Not gonna lie.
Vayne at level 11 versus Vayne at level 18.
Yeah, big difference.
Kog'Maw full items versus Kog'Maw level 6 with one item. Big difference, right? Yorick, he's probably hit his peak right now, and he's just gonna
he's
plateau.
just gonna get tankier. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, Shen is just gonna get tankier and unkillable too, and but it'll just be a stalemate.
CC, like hard CC and utility.
And utility. So I think this is fine. I think right now they are even, despite the CS discrepancy. But that's good that you're looking at it. But remember, CS doesn't matter. It matters what items you buy. Right now, Shen will actually beat Yorick in a fight because Yorick has no defensive items. He just has Ninja Tabi.
Yeah.
As weird as that sounds, because Shen has Soraka ult to help him out. He's got more damage. It'll be slow. It'll be like a wet noodle fight. It'll take a while, but Shen will eventually grind out the win. And he has Ignite too.
It's definitely strong.
Yep.
Did they just change how it works?
I don't know. I haven't looked at it in a while.
Q?
I think they did just change it a little. I haven't checked out the patch notes though. I just know that I remember I was a full health Sejuani and Shen was at 300 health and I couldn't kill him.
That's unlucky.
But that was just because Sejuani sucks right now. It was so sad. I had a Liandry's too. It was the saddest thing ever. Okay, here, let's keep going because we're almost 2 hours into this coaching session. I want to actually make sure you get something out of it. We keep getting...
Well, I've already gotten some tips, but we could keep going,
Yeah, I want to keep going. So right now, are you stronger than Zen?
Hold on. Let me fast forward to where I press tab.
Yeah, I'm at 17 minutes, 11 seconds, if that helps. In the YouTube video.
Alright. I've got my jungle item and Black Cleaver, and I'm starting boots. He doesn't even have his jungle item yet, and he's building a bunch of things.
He doesn't have an item completed yet. Now, usually the completed item's way stronger than item pieces. There are situations where that's not true, but for the most part, looking at items, you're strong. Okay, what's the other thing you wanted to look at?
XP level.
Level. Can't see XP, but you can see level, right? So level, who's ahead? Both level 9, and that's because your farming is kind of shitty. So work on your pathing again, beating the dead horse. Yeah. But right now you're ahead because you have 2 items. He has 0 items.
I don't even know what he's building with that BF sword.
Yeah,
that's unusual.
That's weird. There's a reason he's 0-1 and 2 probably. All right, what about mid lane? Who's winning there? This is quick.
Echo.
This should be quick. Yeah, definitely Echo. Echo's even in levels. But he's got the 420 score. He's up an item. LeBlanc's still working on her first item.
Yeah.
Farm is kind of shitty too. So this is another thing to notice. Farm right now at 17 minutes should be double or maybe almost triple this for some of you. So really? This is really bad.
Well, yeah.
but silver, so don't worry, it doesn't get better. In platinum right now, these are comparable scores. I had a mid laner at 30 minutes with less than 100 CS yesterday.
That's interesting.
No, it's just people are bad. So again, this is why if you farm efficiently, you'll win games just because people don't know how to do it. So.
Well, yeah, usually in lane I get pretty good farm, but then when I jungle, I just feel like I need to gank more than I actually do, especially on Graves as I'm
No. Right now, in this jungle, farming is more important than ganking. Your laners will hate it, but they're bad because they don't understand how the game is played. Prioritize farm over ganking. If the gank is free, take it. But if it's a 50-50 or less, probably ignore it if farm is up.
Well, yeah, but I've been playing AP Shaco jungle,
Oh,
and his clear is so bad.
well, no, you buy
But his
Tiamat first back.
okay, well, I guess, but
Buy Tiamat first back, sit on it, then your clear is not bad.
yeah,
I know you're playing AP, but just do it.
yeah, but then I gank so much, but I have like 40 farm at the end of a 30-minute game.
Yeah, I've like you're playing Shaco to make people rage quit essentially at this elo because
I play him because he's fun. I play him at normals. I would never play AP Shaco in ranked.
Got it. Okay, well that's fine. So why are you bringing it up then? You know?
I don't know. It was just funny.
Sure. But I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to gank too much, you're playing like an early game jungle or something in silver.
Yeah.
Look at your teammates. If you got LeBlanc a few kills, what's she gonna do with that?
Snowball. Hopefully.
Does it look like this LeBlanc is gonna snowball?
Not the 0 items at 17 minutes LeBlanc.
You know what I mean? Because I think you've gotten her a few kills.
I think 2, maybe 1. I don't know.
Yeah. So just saying, like, I would prioritize your own farm over ganking in this elo. Because again, you should be level 11, level 12. If you were farming efficiently, you should have an extra item here. You should be like Ninja Tabby done working on your next item, like a Hex Trigger or something for Fed Echo.
I think I do get one of those.
Good.
Or a Sterax, one of those.
You could have it right now, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So focus on that. Looking at everybody else, right now, Xayah, Lucian, about equal, item-wise.
I'd say Lucian's ahead.
A little ahead. Infinity Edge, definitely a good item, but
Yeah.
it's one of those items that you don't buy first unless you're playing something with guaranteed crit, like Jhin. Every 4th auto on Jhin gets a crit.
I get IE on Caitlyn first.
Yeah, Caitlyn, because of her headshots, right? That makes sense. On Lucian, does it make sense?
Not really.
No, why not?
Just because it's only 20% crit.
Yeah, so look at this. Infinity Edge wiki. Let me drive this home for 80 carry mains watching.
I'm guessing it's going to say something about item efficiency.
Yeah, here.
Goes higher the more crit you have.
But let me explain real quick. So let's say you have the components. You got your BF sword. That's 40 AD, right?
Yeah, it's
you got your pickaxe. It's 25 AD. What's 40 plus 25?
65.
65. So you get 70 when you complete Infinity Edge. So that's plus 5 AD. How much crit chance does Cloak of Agility give you?
20%.
Infinity Edge gives you 20%.
Yeah.
So if you look at how much this costs, 1,300 plus 875 plus 800. This is 1,600 and change. This is 1,300. You know, it's like 2,900 gold and change, right? You're spending 700 gold to get 5 AD. And this critical strike bonus damage passive is increased by 50%. So 20% crit chance, that means 1 out of 5 autos is going to crit.
Yeah.
So you're going to get double, like a little bit of a boost on 1 out of 5 autos. Now, Lucian has his double tap passive, so maybe you could argue something like that is going to make it work, but not good. What you want to do is sit on like your BF sword.
Buy a weird Korean build on Lucian with Bork and Blade of the Rune.
There is, but if you're going Infinity Edge, if you're going crit Lucian, you're not getting Bork. You're not getting the Black Cleaver because you need to get items that have crit chance, right?
I was trying to think of what it was.
Yeah. You need like a Zeal item first that'll like a rapid fire
like Phantom Dancer.
Phantom Dancer would be good. You need something like that gives you crit chance. Or you can even just sit on a Zeal and then finish Infinity Edge, because those two items together give you enough crit chance for this passive to be worth the gold you're spending. If you just buy this straight up, it's like buying Deathcap first item, right? Same thing.
Yeah.
You don't have enough crit chance on this to make it worth the purchase. Deathcap, you don't have enough AP yet to make it worth the purchase.
Okay.
So eventually it'll be a good item to have, but because you're buying it now instead of like item 2, item 3, you're gimping your damage.
Yeah, it makes sense.
All right, just something to notice. So, like looking at this, yeah, they both have 1 item. You're saying Lucian's stronger. I'm saying no. I think she's actually stronger because she bought the correct item for her. Like this is will be a better item that she'll have more damage and more sustain with the Soraka than Lucian will with the Infinity Edge.
All right. Yeah.
Looking at levels, are they equal?
9
and 9.
Yeah.
99. And yeah, supports don't really matter. They're both like 8 and 8. They're both buying support items. Sona has a redemption. Soraka got upgraded Sightstone, which is good because I see so many wards on the map.
Yeah, that's kind of a waste if you're not gonna ward.
Yeah. Now at the same time, Sona doesn't have wards, so they don't have any either. So
Yeah,
it's fine. But right now, so having taken inventory, are you ahead or are you behind?
my team is behind, but I'm ahead.
No, actually, your team is ahead.
Are we?
One of your teammates is behind. One of their teammates is ahead. Everyone else on your team is either even or ahead.
Oh, okay.
Who's behind on your team?
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc. Who's ahead on their team?
Echo.
Who is priority number 1 in these team fights for you to kill?
Echo.
Echo. Good. You see how we figured that out, though?
Yeah.
So when you see people hitting tab when they're playing League of Legends, like high elo streamers, this is the mental calculation they're doing in like a second.
Okay.
So what you need to do is when you're playing your games, even if it's normals or whatever, hit tab and just like, are we ahead or are we behind? Look at items, look at levels, boom, done. And like you're doing that when you're walking the lane, you're doing that when in between camps, something like that, right?
For sure.
And that's telling you like, okay, next fight, who do I need to focus? If I'm playing a tank like Zach, who do I need to take out of the fight? If I'm playing a carry like Graves, who do I need to murder? You know, something like that, right?
If you're like Nautilus, who should you ult?
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
You get it. All right. So right now, you guys are ahead. What does your team comp want to do because you're ahead?
Try and force objectives and team fights.
Sure. Which objectives? Which team fights?
Well, Dragon's down right now.
Well, do you want Dragon? Do you want Towers? What do you want? Like,
yeah.
Well, here, if you could choose between Dragon or a Tower, which one's better?
Dragon.
Why?
Well, it depends what dragon it is.
Well, here,
if it's like
based on your team comp,
probably...
based on your team comp, which one's better, Dragon or Tower?
I think Dragon.
Why?
Well, like I said, it depends which one. If it's like Cloud,
which one's the best Dragon?
Infernal.
Okay, why is Infernal Dragon better than forcing towers?
Because then it's gonna make it even easier to win team fights and then just get towers while they're all dead.
Maybe, but you're trying to force the dragon to force a team fight, right? So what I'm getting at is, if you could pick a place for your team to fight, do you want to do it like in lane or do you want to do it in the jungle?
In lane.
But you just said
if the dragon's hitting us, it'll do more damage.
But you just said dragon was what you want. Did you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So look at your team comp. What are you really good at?
Team fighting.
Team fighting, yes. What kind of champs do you have? We talked about this at the beginning of the session like 2 hours ago.
It was so long ago.
I know.
We're good at pushing because we have wave clear.
You have good siege. You have good ARAM champs. So what do you want to do since you're ahead?
ARAM.
ARAM. Where do you want to ARAM? By dragon?
In mid.
All random, all mid. Except it's not random. You guys are ahead and you have good champs. We talked about this. Do they have good champs for ARAM?
No.
They kind of do. Sona's really good in ARAM. Echo has really good wave clear. Lucian has really good wave clear. What about Zen, though?
Zen is like I don't know.
Zen's like limited. He's like a melee minion at this point, right? And looking at his items, is he an issue?
Well, yeah, with his items, definitely. But just the champion in general, if you don't get to auto attack, you're just useless.
Yeah, so another reason you want to ARAM is you have 1, 2, 3, 4 champions that are useful. They have 1, 2, 3 champions that are useful, not Zen, Echo. So you kind of have a numbers advantage. If they pick a fight in the middle of the lane.
Pushing.
Yeah, Yorick's pushing, but Shin is matching him, right?
Yeah.
So that's fine. Think of it like algebra, right? Yorick's one side of the equation, Shin's the other side. They cancel each other out, so boop, they're both gone.
Yeah.
All right, so right now, doing that, you're ahead. What should you be calling for your team to do?
Group.
Group, where?
Mid.
Mid. And why again, just to reiterate, so I know that you're not just guessing?
ARAM mid, so we can team fight and win.
Because you have a better like sieging comp than theirs. You're ahead.
Comp for what that we're trying to do.
Exactly. And you have really good wave clear with Graves. You have really good wave clear of Xayah. LeBlanc, not that great a wave clear, but whatever. And she's there to make picks. They're all squishy. So like Sona like flash ults or something, LeBlanc just says hello. Even though she's behind, she can still do her job because they're squishy.
Yeah.
You see what I'm getting?
Yeah.
All right, so right here, because you are ahead, and this is how you look at it, what items do I have? What experience are we at? What levels, right? You should be forcing a
Okay.
fight mid. And look, two of your teammates are already there. Lucian's not
Yeah.
there. Is that good? Is that bad?
That's good because he's one of their better champs for team fighting.
Yeah, so right now, if you rotated mid instead of to this tower that's already dead, what could you guys do?
Probably win a fight or take a tower or both.
Probably both. Probably take two towers if Lucian's not rotating. It's bronze, silver, elo, right? What's going to happen to Lucian when you take mid tower and you kill his team? What are they going to
He's
do?
probably gonna get flamed.
He's probably going to get flamed. If he's getting flamed, is he going to be playing good or badly?
He's gonna get tilted and play worse.
Yep. When he gets tilted and plays worse, what are you going to be able to do as Graves?
Kill him.
Kill him because he's going to do something dumb. So do you see how we're trying to snowball this lead?
Yeah, take advantage of them being pissed off, I guess.
And right now you're 504 Graves. You're playing a busted champion. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they're going to be talking in all chat like, "Oh, play a normal champion, and you could be even stronger if your clear was right too." But here, let's see what you do. I'm going to hit play. I'm at 1710-ish. Okay.
Okay, I'm played.
You do your blue. That's fine. Give it to LeBlanc. That's fine too. Setting up for Dragon, and then you promptly go. Okay, mid. Good. Hey, you caught someone. Look at that. You ulted them. Hey, they're dead. Hey, it's an Echo. Hey, it's everybody. Hey, you picked a team fight. This is fine. What you did here was fine. Shin didn't have ult up, so a little risky to do that.
Yeah.
But that was okay. Now, if you went mid and you knew where everybody was, that would have been a little bit better. So,
okay.
like, you had the nice pick on Sona. You guys needed to back off. Your team, like, kind of kept going in.
Yeah.
And then you didn't know where people were. Shin didn't have ult. He doesn't have teleport. So the initial pick was good. The continued team fight was bad just because you didn't have the numbers advantage. But this is fine. And now you have the right idea. You're still ahead after that. You just kind of traded kills. So now you're just forcing a tower. Good. Sona whiffs her ult. Good. So now you have an advantage. Why are you guys backing up? Oh, you're collapsing on York. Good. Look at that. They did something dumb. All right, now you have an advantage. Here, I'm just like narrating the game, right? Oh, and Soraka's healing you up. What are you guys doing? No, ignore bot lane. Keep A-ramming. Shin has ult, so it's fine that he is splitting. Sona has no ult. Good, you guys are just forcing the tower. I have no idea what this LeBlanc is doing. She's so bad. You need to yell at her.
I would.
Oh, but look, you forced an ARAM and you won the team fight, so now it's fine. Now it doesn't matter. Don't do Dragon. Time out. I'm pausing at 20 minutes, okay?
Okay.
20 minutes, 20 seconds. You just killed 3 of them? 2 of them? Why are you doing Dragon now?
I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. What should you be doing?
Taking towers.
Taking towers.
There's no one to defend them.
Okay, so the rotation here should be take tower, then rotate Dragon.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Then buy
because
you're out of mana. Yeah, this is a horrible call. Now it's bad that LeBlanc is bot too, but if she wasn't bot, if she was mid, you guys take that tower faster, you rotate to Dragon, and then that farm that she just pushed will be just approaching that tier 2 tower, that inner tower. So you'd be able to farm the same thing, and it would actually eat more of your team's resources, so the enemy team couldn't farm too. It would have been a better rotation.
Yeah.
So as jungler, you need to shot call and be like, no, we're taking this tower, not Dragon. This is actually a mistake by you because you're not forcing your advantage. Make sense?
Yeah, my bad.
Oh yeah, and no worries. So I'm just pointing it out because you're asking, like, how do we take advantage of, our advantage?
Yeah,
I'll
just learn from these mistakes.
Yeah, this is a throw. Like, look at your team. Soraka's about to die, maybe, because Echo's fed, right? York's probably back there. Let's see what happens. Kill the 80 carry. It's going to work out just because you killed most of them before doing this. Hey, you killed Echo. LeBlanc's back into it. Hey, she somehow killed York again. Cool. This is going to work out, but if you were there, it's like a sure thing. You get the tower. You probably kill them anyway, and then you rotate. Now you guys are getting greedy going for this tower. And it's going to work out, but yeah, okay, just back up. All right, good. So I'm going to pause at 2020. You have the tab up again at like 21-23. Are you guys winning or losing? What do you think?
We are winning now.
Yeah, really hard. You're a 9-1-5 Graves. You just took 2 Mountain Dragons, right? And you got that tower. You're up in gold. if you're looking at the items and you're about to all buy too, so you'll look at items in a second once people have bought. That'll tell you who's really ahead. You're a level up on Zen. Shen is still even. LeBlanc is caught up to Echo. It looks like she's about to buy like 2 items right now with all that gold you just gave her. Soraka's still buying Soraka things. Zaya about to buy another item. She's going to be ahead of the Lucian. I think she actually just bought. She just got Hurricane. I don't know if that's actually good or not on her. But yeah, like just looking at this, you guys are really far ahead. So what should you be doing after you buy?
Trying to team fight again.
Yeah, where?
Mid.
Yeah, why?
Because ARAM.
Yeah, because you're ahead, and you have good ARAM champs, and they don't.
Alright.
If Yorick splits, can Shen match with him?
Yeah, probably.
Yes or no? There's a real answer here, and it matters.
Yes.
Why?
Because he's got a lot of armor.
Yeah, he does.
Yorick has almost none.
Let's say that you guys are fighting the 4v4 ARAM, and Yorick teleports in. What happens?
Then Shen should probably come in.
How can Shen come in?
With his ult.
Does he have his ult?
Not right now, no.
Not right now. So can Shen match Yorick 1v1 on the other lane?
No.
He can now, actually, but you need more information to be able to tell me that. And we can cheat because we're looking at the replay, but I don't know if you know the right answer. Does Yorick have teleport is the information you need.
Oh, he does not, I don't think I would know that at this time.
Right, so because you don't know that, can Shen split? If you don't know it, what should you assume?
Assume he cannot.
If
or
you don't,
assume that teleport is up.
Yeah, like if you don't know if someone's in the bush, you got to assume the entire enemy team's in there. If you don't know if teleport's up, you got to assume that it's up, right?
Yeah.
So right now, if Shen and Yorick were split pushing and a fight broke out and Yorick teleported in, do you guys win that or do you lose that?
We'd have to back up or we'd probably lose.
Yeah, you'd probably lose and then they take Baron.
Pretty
right?
much 2 champions, Yorick and his ult.
Yep. So if Shen has ult up, can you guys fight 4v4?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so does Shen have ult up?
No.
Okay, so the next question you got to ask yourself is, okay, does Yorick have teleport up?
He doesn't. But
Here he doesn't, but do you know that?
No.
No. Okay, so what do you guys need to do?
Play safe until Shen has his ult.
Yep. Or you can just group of Shen until he has his ult. One of the two.
That works.
Yeah, now if he has teleport, it doesn't matter, but he has Ignite, so that's why we're having this conversation, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Let's see what everybody buys, and then we'll see if everybody's still ahead.
Okay.
All right, so let's see what you do. What should you be doing?
Grouping with Shen until he has ult and then going mid
Yeah.
to 4v4.
What's your team doing?
They're going bot lane.
So you guys are ahead right now. Why are you like derping around and letting the enemy team like farm up?
Because I'm bad.
Because we're bad. Yep, exactly. But you see it now, right?
Yeah.
So what should you be doing as the jungle, as the shot caller, as the floor? Ah, here it is. Now you guys are grouping.
But I should be trying to convince everyone to do the right thing so we can win.
Yeah. Now at the same time, Zen is trying to do the 1-3-1 thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
And that's fine. Look, she just killed him because he's essentially a melee minion. But here, I'm going to pause at 23 minutes.
And then here I get almost killed by Echo.
Yeah, so why is your bot lane going top to fight the Yorick is the real question here, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, what should they be doing? LeBlanc just got to kill bot, so she should be pushing.
Grouping near mid.
Yeah, they should be grouping near mid. If they're doing the 1-3-1 where Yorick is top, Shin is matching him, Xin is pushing bot, LeBlanc is matching him, what does that leave?
3v3 mid.
3v3 mid, so why are they going top?
I don't know.
I don't know either. They're maybe thinking, let's get that tower. It's free gold. Okay. If they're up there, though, where do you need to be?
With them?
With them, yeah. Better call here is to group mid and just force down that tower and, like, starve them from resources. Because if you're, like, knocking on the inhibitor, they can't go farm their jungle. They can't go farm the side lanes, right?
Okay.
So because you guys are rotating top, it's less forcing. It's bad. But it looks like it's going to work out just because you're playing a broken champion and you're really far ahead.
That's always good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not going to happen every time, though, so.
It's not. I'm going to play at 23 minutes. It looks like you guys got the kill top, and now you're pushing, but like because you're not up there, it's bad. All right, you're going to farm. This is fine. Just because like you already rotated shitty and your team is all over the map, it's fine that you're just power farming. Look how fast Graves clears everything, right? Now you're back to full health.
Yeah.
All right, Shin has ult up. Oh, he missed
Yorick
the taunt.
also has TP.
Yorick has TP, so I'm going to pause at like 24-20. Again, what should you guys be doing?
Grouping and fighting.
Grouping mid. If Yorick is splitting, Shin splits with me. He has ult to counter Yorick teleport. If Zen is bot, send LeBlanc again bot,
She can solo kill him.
She can solo kill him. He's just a melee minion right now. Look at those items. He just finished his first
He still
one.
has no jungle item.
Well, some champions you want to do that, right? Maybe he's going Cinderhawk.
I think Blood Razor is like essential.
Yeah, sure. You don't need to buy Blood Razor first, though. Like getting Tiamat first makes sense on him because otherwise he can't clear the chickens. But
did he need to finish Ravenous?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Probably not. But so like he's not good. So this is fine. But you guys are bad for not getting your bot lane to group on you. And if they're running around the map, like just follow them at this point. Like if they're not going to listen to your calls, just follow them. Okay.
All right.
They should be following the 9-1 and 5 Graves and you should be like doing the look at me, look at my score, I'm the captain now kind of thing, but
okay.
Hey, nice. Shin did stuff. Zen is splitting top, but you're killing their entire team, so this is fine. And now you just take the inhibitor. Take the tower, take the tower, take the tower, good. Now are you using your E as an auto attack reset?
Yeah.
Good. You could probably fight him. So this right here was good. Your teammates are rotating poorly, but your rotation was fine. If they're with you, that's like really easy. But you had Shen ult, you had Soraka ult, and Redemption to keep you alive, so that was good. And you got Sterix. Sterix makes sense here because like most of their damage is going to come from Lucian. Hexdringer won't help you, so that's fine. So you guys are setting up for Dragon. What should you be doing instead of setting up for Dragon?
ARAM mid.
ARAM mid,
the
yeah.
inhibitor.
Exactly.
So then they can't contest Dragon when we get their inhibs.
Now this is fine though. You got the kill, but what should you be doing besides Dragon?
Going mid and pushing.
Going mid and pushing. Why? If you go mid and push, what can Bjork do?
Take our inhib.
I
mean, he just did.
I mean, yeah, but then his team is going to flame him. You're going to have supers pushing mid. That means you can go top against that and do it. If you were pushing mid instead of fighting a dragon, you kill their team, take their base, and if he's like top, not doing anything, you just end the game, right?
Yeah.
And again, your team not grouping is really bad here. Lucian's bot, you should be able to win this, but
LeBlanc's mid or a jungle and Shen's top.
Yeah, exactly. So this is a little bit of a
just
throw.
trying to defend, but yeah, this is where I start getting nervous.
Again, your team needed to be grouped up,
Okay.
Because if you get picked right now with 3 dragons, like 3 mountain dragons, like that's the fastest Baron in the universe with Fed Graves, right? That's the fastest base race in the universe. Like Yorick split pushing is slow. You guys have 3 mountain dragons. Like just group, kill them, take their base. I feel like I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, right? So.
Yeah. Plus, it's getting pretty late.
Yeah, you want to call it?
Yeah, I guess I got the essentials.
Yeah, so on Graves, focus on farm and just KS.
Farm, KS, team fight.
And then force team fights when you're ahead. When you're behind, don't do the ARAM mid. Try to split up and get back in it. Stall.
Yeah.
Wait for them to get greedy.
Because basically the rest of this game is, I don't know, Yorick just pushed really hard, but then we just did stuff to make him not able to push, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
We'd kill him, and then I think we got Baron and ended.
Yeah, you have 3 mountain dragons, so if you get Baron with 3 mountains, you should just be able to, like, one-shot all the towers, essentially. But does it make sense? Like, so going back to what we said at the beginning, when you're stronger,
definitely help.
Just Force it down their throats. Don't dilly-dally and yell at your team. Be like, hey, group mid, we're stronger. Stop throwing. Stop throwing. Stop throwing. Stop, please stop throwing. Like, do that, right? When you're behind, just got to try to get the golden experience, try to stall out. Hopefully the enemy team does what your team did, where they were like all over the map just doing derpy stuff.
Yeah.
And then how do you know you're ahead or behind?
Levels, items.
Levels, items. Look at that. Make sense?
Okay. Yeah.
Feel good? Helpful?
Very helpful. Thank you.
All right, work on it. Let me know how it goes. If you have problems, we can do another session.
All right. Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna go play some solo queue now. You can watch me like screw this stuff up probably.
Yeah. You should play Graves.
He's just so boring, and I don't want to learn him right now because like he's gonna get nerfed. So I'm learning a champion that's gonna get nerfed. So I'm gonna learn him at the wrong time.
Yeah.
So like I don't want to.
How are they gonna nerf him? What are they doing?
Well, they already removed the magic resist from his E.
Yeah,
They right now on the PvE, they're experimenting with when you do your shotgun auto in the jungle, how it pushes the camp back.
Yeah.
They're removing that, and that'll force him to
Really?
take damage in the jungle.
That's gonna suck.
Yeah, he will be less good if they do that. But it's going to be something like that. They're going to make it so he just doesn't have full health and infinite damage, and you can't duel him.
I guess that makes sense. It's just
It does.
convenient.
Yep.
For Graves players.
All right, though. Ready to call tonight?
Yeah. Good night.
All right, bye.